Really?
Always. Can't say how many of these I've done now too.
You can tell me.
Lots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna show chat.
That whiskey's pretty smooth, by the way.
Whiskey's pretty good, right? Yep. It's
Buffalo
dangerous
Trace, man.
game, man. You know what's really funny about the Buffalo Trace thing? The only game we played in Vegas when we were gambling, it was like this Buffalo game. And every time you like hit something, it was like Buffalo. So we walked into the liquor store and I told Marcus that's what we were getting. We both shouted it. Shouted it. Yeah, it was good.
What did Marcus do?
He just like hung out. He did some walking around. He carried a lot of. Oh, look at that! Nick's first here.
Oh, hey, bud.
What's up, Nick? You haven't seen Nick in a while.
No, it's been a long time.
We should get him on this. We should get him in here.
Yeah. How does that work?
I can send him an invite and then his face shows up on the screen.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Hi, Betty.
Hi, Betty.
It's really late for her.
Really?
Yeah, it's late for Nick, but it's really late for Betty. Yeah.
Where's Betty at?
She's on the East Coast, so
Oh, yeah.
it's like 10 o'clock over there.
Nice.
How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing pretty good.
I haven't seen you in a while either.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Keeping busy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Pretty busy.
What's keeping you busy?
I mean, tattooing for the most part.
Yep.
Yep. I kind of wake up just in time to get to work.
Nice.
And then I
That's funny because you
Tattoo.
live 5 steps from your work.
Yep. I walk downstairs and I make it to work because it's across the alley.
Mhm.
And then I tattoo. And then I go home and I eat. And then I fall asleep.
That's it. Tattooing.
Yeah.
Tattooing is the whole life.
Yeah.
Debbie made it. Awesome. I'm so glad Debbie made it. Perfect. I know it's real late for a few people. Oh, Christine's here. Oh, wow, man. Everyone's jumping in too. I know it's real late for some people, and I know it's not that late for us. So
It's true.
I appreciate everyone making it. I appreciate everyone that's like getting to show up.
This was the earliest we could manage.
Yeah. This is the earliest. One day we won't have day jobs.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Mine's not really a job.
Yeah. Mine isn't really either.
No.
No.
Well,
Have I shown you the owls at my campground?
Sorry. No.
Great horned owls, like the
Really?
one you tattooed on my leg.
I'm tattooing one tomorrow.
Are you actually?
I legit
Shit,
am,
I'm
yeah.
gonna. I'll post a picture on YouTube later. I'll show you. But
Okay,
so
sweet.
there's two. I named the dad Carl, and I didn't know that there was a mom there. So I have to come up with a name, and we can decide that tonight. And then there's two babies, but they're like 2 feet tall already.
Does Carl's have a junior?
Carl's has 2 juniors.
Yay.
Oh, it's 9 p.m. Okay, sweet. Oh, sweet. I hope everyone has, if you're of age, has a responsible drink in your hand for tonight because we're talking about Vegas. And I think you need to drink if you're talking about Vegas. 'Cause
I
that's
think it goes
breaking
hand
rule
in
number
hand.
1.
Yes. They go hand in hand, really.
Y'all know how I love to talk, though. So of course we're gonna talk about what's happening.
Wait, what? You? Come on now.
What's your favorite tattoo you've done in the last while?
Probably the dragon on Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
did
it
that
looked
on-
really good.
Yep, that one on his arm there.
Dave will be here in a moment too. He's just finishing and catching up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun ones, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
I haven't had much like lame stuff lately.
Yep.
Today I did a bighorn sheep.
Yep.
Yeah. An owl
If,
tomorrow
uh,
and a skull the next day.
If y'all are art fans or if you're tattoo fans, check out Kevin on Instagram. Was it at Kevo
Tattooer.
Kevo?
Yep.
Tattooer.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the one with the photo of him.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
My mug.
Yeah, Nick saw it. He knew.
He knows.
How's it been with Jeremy?
I think he's doing good.
Yeah.
He is like getting huge too, which
Yeah.
is awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Although
working out
he
and eating.
needs to go to an actual gym because
Yep.
he's kind of stuck. He's plateauing.
That's not good.
But
Yeah. Jeremy, just for those watching, is Dave's brother. He also has a very successful social media
Yes.
following. He's probably one of the most dedicated, like when it comes to hours, probably one of the most dedicated tattooed people there is.
okay, so he is reaching out to the Guinness Book of World Records because the guy who holds the title of the world's most tattooed man, he's got him by a few hundred hours,
Oh, really?
like by probably 300 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder how you prove that.
You don't. It's really just your word because
Yeah.
we're talking like Jeremy's north of 1,200 hours of tattoo
That's
time.
crazy.
But like, how do you keep track?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And this other guy was like 890 or something like that. He's got him
For a while,
by
eh?
a ton.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
I'm hoping he'll be. I don't know.
That'd be
hoping
cool.
he'll be able to.
It'd be
get
cool
it.
to
It'd
have
be
someone from Lethbridge in the Guinness
Yeah.
Book of World Records for
for
something
such
like
a
that.
random.
Something like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he has 3 different bodysuits on him.
Yeah, wow.
It's insane.
So Christine sober, congratulations. I did 17 months was the longest that I've gone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not that I needed to for any other reason than I was like competing and stuff, but
Naturally intoxicated is the best intoxicated.
yeah, that's the best intoxicated.
That's my
I was
favorite.
telling someone the other day, I was like, I don't need to, like, we were in Vegas. I had like maybe 3 drinks total when I was in Vegas. I'm like, I'm not afraid of my personality. I don't need to be someone else when I'm down there. Like,
Yeah, I like me from time to time.
yeah. TC, the continent. She's more excited that Kev's here than the rest of us. But that's okay.
Woo!
Oh, there you go. Hello, everyone.
What's up, Dave?
Hi.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers. Oh, where's my stuff?
We were just talking about how the dragon on your arm is Kev's favorite tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Man, Nick, you're right. I will make a YouTube.
Mhm.
Can't see it. It's in the microphone stand. Plus, it's
Is
a
it?
little blurry, buddy.
There's a lot going on
There's
there.
a lot going
So
on there.
Dave got his first tattoo, and now
No. He still doesn't have a tattoo.
Yeah.
yet.
still doesn't have a finished tattoo.
Yeah, he's
but
gonna
like
get
his
his way to
first,
Consider
one.
it still I'm still getting my first tattoo. I'm in the process.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is all just the process
This is
of
not
the
yet
the first one. Yeah.
What's funny is we figured out earlier that Dave, since he first started getting his first tattoo, has gotten through as many sittings as I have, and I've been getting tattoos for 12 years.
I think we started in April.
Yeah.
April.
that sounds right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
We're moving fast.
yeah. Well, you guys were just talking about my little brother there. So
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just talking
he's
about your
got
brother.
a
yeah.
leg
So-
up on you, buddy.
Well, and that's why I can't just puss out on it.
No, you got to go for it.
I gotta go for
You
it.
gotta go
hard
fast and
because
hard.
there's no way he'd respect me if I just got like a little maple leaf or something and ouch,
Yeah.
it hurts. I gotta stop. Yeah.
What are you getting, Nick?
As he's getting his 7th nipple tattoo.
Nick's getting a tattoo tomorrow.
Nick's
Oh, yeah,
getting a
nice.
tattoo? Nice.
What
Hell
you
yeah.
getting, man?
You flying Kevin down?
Woo!
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
down.
Oh yeah, I was just getting a notification it's live. So
Ah.
so I didn't really have a structure for tonight. I kind of wanted to celebrate and just get into this crazy journey that's happened.
Mm.
Yeah.
And obviously talk about the show because it's a music thing and we do reactions. Oh, my mom's here too. What's up, Mom?
Oh, hey, Mom.
I'm pretty sure that all my internet friends now have met my mom in the comment section.
Nice.
She's always there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Aw.
Yeah. I think my dad might be watching
Aw,
too.
that's so sweet.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So wholesome.
Right. But yeah, so like where it started, man. I should bet. Did I send you the video? I'm at such a loss for words. Did I send you the video, or did you see the video that Betty made for me?
No.
So she made like a us meeting and like how it all happened and like
Really?
oh man, it just like I just bawled and bawled and bawled. I've watched it like 30 times, but
Aw.
yeah, it was crazy, man. Danielle and I were in Canmore. Just like finally got like a weekend off that like lined up, like kind of stars aligned.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting in this like hotel trying to figure out what to do. And my phone goes off, and like I'm just like I think we're planning dinner, so I just like kind of like didn't pay attention for a second, and then it like goes off again, and I look, and it's Betty, and she's like time's ticking or something like tick tock, and I'm like what? So I look, and she's like, hey, she's like if someone gifted you tickets to the concert, would you be able to figure the rest out? And like get down there to go to it, and I was like, I was like shaking. I was like, I had to tell everybody so that they could read the text and like make sure it was real, right? And I got into the whole story about like December. Kevin, you lived with me during then. Like it was crazy, and there was just like there was no feasible way I could make it happen and still have a house to live in. You know what I mean? And so then like she was like moments later, she's like, "Kate, new deal." She's like, "I got flights, hotels, and tickets. Like you just have to show up with a smile on your face." And she was like, figure out, like, as I said, like the medication thing and all like threw me off. She's like, figure out the medication, come down here, have a good time. I was just like, fuck that. Like there's no medication in my system no more. we're on that natural, what did they say?
Natural high.
Natural high.
Natural
Yeah, exactly.
intoxication,
Yeah.
I believe.
Natural
Naturally
intoxication, yeah.
intoxicated.
But man, like I just like I did not know. I said this in the video. I did not know my heart could feel like that. It was like in the Grinch when his heart grew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Right?
like,
Man, that must have been such a crazy experience.
Oh, dude, like,
it must have been just unreal.
I reread it probably like 50 times to make
Yeah.
sure that I wasn't like
Dreaming?
misreading it. Yeah, like in the wrong conversation. Or
Yeah.
like the other thing, I told her, I was like, I felt like I imposed that Danielle was coming. So I had to like reread to make sure that like that wasn't the case, right? And like what's really crazy too is like that was Danielle's first vacation.
No way.
That was her first
Nice.
time out of Canada.
Nice.
Oh, that's
So like,
crazy.
and then to get to share that with someone that's just like becomes such a
Yeah.
friend, like it's just
Oh, that's so awesome,
Isn't
man.
it wild?
Yeah, that's so awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I was so
Yeah.
stoked for you guys, man.
Oh, man.
So stoked.
I
yeah, I
appreciate
couldn't
that.
have been happier.
I called Kevin. I was like, "Hey man, I'm just calling to brag."
No, you're not giving
not-
yourself enough
no.
credit. You were just sharing.
Just enjoying it.
I know,
man.
I know.
Having a good time.
I was like-
Absolutely.
You were excited, and I could tell you didn't really know how to feel.
I had no clue how to feel.
Yeah.
So that night we went and we went to a bar called the Rose and Crown.
Yep.
And there's one in Banff, there's one in Canmore. We went to the Canmore one, and there was a band playing, and I just like couldn't pay attention.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like so excited. I was gonna go on live. I was gonna like get everyone like on the YouTube, and I was gonna tell this guy like, hey man, I got my YouTube channel watching you, and I just like sat there like buzzing. The waitress comes, she's like, you ready? I was like, I was ready. I have no idea what we're doing anymore.
What is food?
What is food? Where are we right now? Yeah, it was nuts, man. So, and then it was just like 2 weeks. Like we're leaving in 2 weeks.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah, like
Betty, you're dope.
Super
Right?
fast. Oh yeah.
and we'll get to this part too, but like Betty is probably one of the coolest people, and I'm not just trying to like put that out there because of the situation.
Yeah.
I had so much fun hanging out with Betty and her and like Danielle going back and forth, and just like they would like laugh the same, and they like had the same jokes. They were both making fun of Marcus the same.
Awesome.
It was like just like right out of the gates. It's just like, oh my
shit.
god, this is gonna be so much fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
That's wicked, man. That's wicked.
Yeah. I'm so glad that y'all are here and get to meet
Yeah.
Betty too. She's been in the comments a bunch, and it's neat getting to bring everyone on the adventure. That's the really cool part.
Man, this whole thing, like just seeing like some like the same names in here as like the last one we did.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, there's just like people around the world that are just hanging out with
Here
us.
to hang out,
Like,
right?
It's
Cool.
crazy.
Community.
Especially in like
crazy.
I'll be that guy to drive it home, like the with COVID just like kind of wrapping up and still
Yeah.
kind of being like sketchy and like trying to have just community. It's so cool to like feel like there's just like a reach, right?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. What did we get here, TC? It's hard to focus when you know you're gonna. Yeah, no, for real. And I also appreciate this. Some of the best advice Betty was giving me. She's like, don't forget to stay in the moment. She's like, don't let this slip by you. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
trying my hardest.
Yeah, right.
That's one of those things like you wish you could kind of slow it down.
Yeah.
Just to catch everything.
And those are the moments that move the fastest.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just enjoying them and they're just going and going. It's not labored. You don't have to force anything. So it's just
Yeah.
And those, of course, are the ones that we wish could just
Drag on.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem with that. What is this? Creating a beautiful. I really hope so. I hope that even like the few times it's happened, I get excited when people are like, hey man, like I watched your channel and you're super awkward, so I started a channel. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I know. But like, you'll never make as many mistakes as me. Don't worry about it.
No, they ain't mistakes. It's just growth. That's the best part about it.
Just happy accidents, like
Yeah.
Bob
Happy
Ross
accidents,
always
that's what it's all
says.
Exactly.
Always said, I guess.
Always said, yeah.
Not around anymore. Yeah.
What else is interesting? So
Yeah, so can we ask you questions?
please, yeah, and comments too, please. Like ask. I'll speak for Betty and myself, and on behalf of everyone
Sure,
else.
yeah.
But yeah, let's do this.
So I have some questions since I'm very familiar with all of you. Well, I haven't met Betty, but so I have some questions about Danielle.
Okay.
What was her reaction to all of this?
So she was flying. She was excited about turbulence. She was
Terrified?
like praying for.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
of course
Wait,
she
has she flown before? Or
when she was like 8.
Oh, so she'd never really flown?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
so like
no,
the
she's-
whole thing is
the
like
whole
just
thing.
getting
Yeah,
on the
man.
plane even is
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, and like doing the baggage checks and like going through like security and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Like all of it was new. She's like, can I take my passport with me? Do I take?
I
my
feel like
shoes off?
she would be so excited to check bags and to go through security.
The security.
I feel
she's
like she would
excited
love
about.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Don't know why.
she's interesting. She's very interesting. That's why we love her. But yeah, no, she liked the flying. She was excited about it on the way, on our first flight. So the first flight we're direct there, like from Calgary to Vegas. It's like 2 hours 40 minutes. Beautiful flight. They fly you over the Grand Canyon. They tip the plane so you could see it on
Really?
both sides.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it was wild. Like
Oh.
it makes me want to go see the Grand Canyon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so. But it's 3 seats, and Marcus was on the other side, so he had the inside part. He was beside me technically,
Yeah.
and then it was me, and then Danielle, and then this gentleman who, the whole flight was just. And it was just like Danielle and I are like literally looking at each other like, what do we do? Because it's like even if you block the sound out, he's twitching, and then he'd like fall asleep, and then so it would like be quiet. And then you knew he'd wake up because it would just start the sniffing again. It was just like, Jesus Christ.
Sniffing?
Sniffing. It was like this, like,
Weird.
yeah. And like, I was
That's
like,
not efficient breathing.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, maybe he's got like a weird
like a drip or something.
What do they call it? Deviated septum,
Yeah.
or like some
Did your
extreme.
brother have that?
I don't know.
Or you got checked for that?
I mean, he got some nose issues.
Yeah.
He definitely has some nose issues. I went to a movie with him the other day, and I was like, man, I forgot how loud you breathe.
He's got bad allergies too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that season.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Danielle had a blast. She had a lot of fun. In the airport, like we got a little bit stressed out when we got to the holy shit, I tried to say Las Vegas, Las Vegas airport, because like you got to take a tram, man. You got to take a train, and like we were like, okay, so that says we're going there, which is this, but on the map it says it's by that, but the train doesn't say it. And like, so we just like jumped on the train and wanted to see what happened, right? So that was cool. It worked out fine. And then did you ask about Marcus flying, or did we not get to that part?
I can kind of guess about Marcus flying.
Has Marcus flown before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marcus flown for like work and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
so-
he went to Mexico
okay.
when he was 16.
Oh yeah.
But like on the way home, they warned us. We were in Seattle and we flew over to Calgary, and they're like, Calgary's like full of thunderstorms right now. They're like, so there's going to be turbulence, right? And our plane fucking dropped, man. Like it was just like we're just cruising along, and it just like you like lift into the top of your seatbelt and off your chair, and Danielle's just immediately like, wow, like another one.
Just at the amusement park.
I'm
eh?
like, my hand, like the hairs of my arms go up, and I'm like grabbing onto her, like Jesus fucking Christ. And yeah, man, she's like, no, for real. She's like, do you think it'll happen again? I was like,
She'd be so
really hope
excited.
not.
Yeah, there's always a chance. Absolutely.
yeah.
She'd be so excited.
Oh man, it was
She'd be screaming at God.
Screaming.
But
I'm coming for you.
it was
Danielle's
cool.
intense.
Yeah. When we got to the hotel, we checked in. It was like, so just to like clarify, because I might get a little shady about this hotel.
Shady?
Betty did not book all the stuff for us. She told me to book it all, and then she sent me money for it, and it was just like the most gracious gift that anyone's ever given. And I'm about to talk shit about a hotel. So we check in, and like we paid a deposit, and then they're like, hey, you have to pay everything up front plus a $300 deposit. And it's like, that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But that was $900.
Oh.
And like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that was like we were planning on like credit card was like going to be like kind of our safety money, this and that. And it's just like, now we have to figure out how to make that work. And so like out of the gates, it was a little like kind of like rocky. But like it worked out. We had cash obviously. And like, you know, Marcus is great. Marcus was, he tried to do the whole thing with his credit card. It just didn't work, right? So, but yeah, we got into the hotel room. The hotel room was wild. It looked like retro. The sink was like green, like it was like stained glass green.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing. The shower was like the shower and toilet, like it was all glass. Like all the walls were glass. Like it looked great, right?
Okay.
And you lay on the bed and it was like. We stayed at the MGM Grand, which was not where the concert was. We should have stayed at the MGM Park, but we stayed at the MGM Grand, which is right around the corner.
Oh yeah. MGM Park's the newer one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or there's so many MGM properties now, but yeah, it was like so it was just like out of the gates, it was just like a little alarming, and then it was crazy because there's just like the lights, the people, man, and there's like when you walk into the MGM, it's all like gold, and there's lights and that big line up there, and just like Danielle's just like, what do I take pictures of? Like, what do I look at? Right? Like where do we start? And we're like,
It's just a spectacle.
yeah, and like it's like almost like culture shock, right? Because it's just like. You don't experience people and bodies and size like this,
The
right?
scale,
like,
yeah.
And then like Lethbridge, man, like we don't have that big of skyscrapers, right? Like we just have those.
No.
Yeah.
There's like a bylaw limit on. Yeah.
How tall you can build?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Vegas, they're like, fuck that.
Of course,
we want to see
yeah.
us from space, right? So yeah, and the first day was cool. We got in at like 4:45, just like bummed around, took Danielle to Target.
Nice.
Which we've been talking about for 4 years.
Go to Target.
Yeah. She's like, all I
just to
want to
say
do is
you
go to
went.
the States, go to a Target,
Go to
go to a
Target.
Ross, call it a trip, right? And it was like the first two things we did.
Well,
Yep.
there you go.
See, that might sound strange, but no, she'd be all about it.
There you go.
Like all about it.
We went to Target every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because the deal is, like, okay, so you can get, well, let's talk about the pool. You go to the pool, it's 5.6 acres of pool, okay? It was wild. Just
Yeah, you
walking
showed me
around it.
pictures of
That's so
that.
much
It's just
pool.
stupid, yeah. Like y'all should look up the MGM Grand Pool because it's like this tropical scene, man. There's like 3 pools. One of them's private. One of them's like adults only. One of them's everyone. And then there's this lazy river, man. and apparently they can pack 1,000 people into the lazy river.
Oh wow!
But to get there's no renting floaties. You have to buy the floaty, and it's like $40.
So that's the racket.
So we went to Target, bought one for $6.
Yeah, of course.
Just floated through the fucking lazy river. Like, come on.
That's awesome. I want to do a lazy river so bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Betty. We went to Target. Was like the she was so excited. Like in Canada, we don't got none of that shit, right? Like okay, we had. I'm outing myself here. We had salads for lunch every day, chicken Caesar salad or chicken ranch salad or whatever. But it was like because it was $5 from Target and it was fresh made that day. And then the Tupperware, bro, like, no, check this out. So the Tupperware has all the lettuce in the bottom, and then this plate on top with all the separators, and it's got your croutons, your cheese, your sauce. So you dump it in there and you shake it all up. You got this great salad. It was $5. Yeah. A coffee, bro, at the Starbucks in my hotel was $16. So I was eating at Target every day.
Of course. Yeah.
No, I got nothing against it. It's just I feel like that's just boring.
But you grabbed your tall boy beer and walked down the street with it. So it's called balance, you know?
Health.
That's right, because you're allowed to do that. Hey?
Oh, fuck yeah, you are.
That's
containers.
fucking,
Actually, TC, so
Someday.
speaking of Daniel being pure, we went to like one of the big margarita stands. Like, so you can get, it starts at 18 ounces and it works its way up to 100 ounces.
Oh, no.
So we're like, we've never done this before, but we want to try one of these fucking things. So it was strawberry and mango. And I threw up so hard just after the one drink, and I think it was just the heat and like the sugar.
Oh, that's so sugary.
Oh yeah, man.
Hangover city.
Yeah, but there was a person who was drinking and being fairly belligerent right outside of the thing, and smashed a bottle, and like someone else like chased him away. But Danielle cleaned the bottle up, and the person bought our shots for the drink because like just saying thanks to Danielle. Right?
Yeah.
So just topping up on, TC said that Danielle is pure.
Oh yeah,
she's
the best.
Very pure.
Yeah.
Okay,
so take us through the rest.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys got to Target.
Well, okay, so
you get to Vegas and immediately go to Target.
Yeah.
So if you want to know how it actually went down, was we heard someone talking that that they were staying at the Tropicana and they were excited because it was right on the Strip.
Yeah.
So we walk out of our door and I was like, oh, there's the Tropicana. That must be the Strip. So we cross the street and then cross the street and then cross over to the Tropicana, which if you've ever seen is fucking huge. Mm-hmm. So now I had to cross over to that parking lot over another street just to get back where we were to cross another street. And if you've ever seen the streets in Vegas, they're also fucking huge. So that was like an hour and a half of walking just to get to the corner of the Strip that we could have just turned right to get to.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And then so we were we crossed the street. There's like a Hershey's store that's like as big as our mall. Like not even kidding you.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
just
how much chocolate can you sell?
Yeah, it's wild, bro. And they had like blueberry muffin Kit Kats.
Okay, now I get it.
Like they had everything.
Blueberry.
I'd try that. I'd for sure try that.
So we stopped there. Obviously, we took some pictures. We walked up the street on that side, and I think I reacted to a video the other day, and I think I walked by that stage on the Strip because I think it was Jimmy Kimmel performance.
Oh yeah,
and it was by Jimmy Kimmel's restaurant, and kind of like it's like the Strip isn't like it's big, but like it's just over there. But there was like this like stage, and it's set up, and it looks like this big bridge. And there's a stage on this side, and then there's screens on the side, and they play the hockey game and shit. But I was trying to in this video I was watching, I was guessing what the monitors were. And when I walked by the stage, I went, "Those are those monitors." And I went and found out what they were.
So what were they?
I have a picture. Hold on.
That's awesome.
I knew you'd have a picture.
But yeah, so we walked up. So this would have been on like the left. I don't know if it was north, south, whatever. On the left hand side of the Strip, we're walking away from the Luxor towards like the Link and all the new stuff that way.
Yeah.
And that's where we got like the daiquiri. We went into a couple casinos. We stopped at like the Bellagio or whatever and watched the water show.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, the fountains.
Oh
Super
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so it's like this huge lake and there's like ducks and shit swimming around, and it's like freaky clear blue. Like it's like I don't even know how to describe it. Like this, like the whole thing, and you can see right down to the bottom. And then it's like every half an hour on the hour, they have like this crazy water show that comes on. This symphony plays, like the music.
Oh yeah.
But it sounded so good. I was so impressed.
Huh.
Like
What did they use?
I don't know. It's all built into like the pony walls and stuff. Like there would be like what would look like a garbage can, but it just had like all these like slits in it, and it was a speaker. And they like had a ton of low end, and they were like present sounding. I was stunned, stunned everywhere you went, man. Vegas sounded great. It was wild. Yeah, and even like the vehicles driving by playing music, it all sounded good. But yeah, so we watched this thing. It was like 4 minutes, man, and like the water spraying everywhere and dancing around and shit. And then we walked by later at night too, and it's like way crazier with like lights and
Oh,
stuff.
I bet.
Oh
yeah.
man, like and like the water spraying like I'm talking out of my ass here, like 50, 60, 70 feet in the air. And it
Oh,
was like
shit.
loud, man. And like when it comes down, it sounds like a thunderstorm, like hitting the water. Like it was just, I just like, it's cool. Like Vegas is cool, but I just can't express how big it is. Everything. Everything is just so fucking big.
Well, I mean, it is built to take in people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you imagine being there when they're doing like one of those fight weekends or something?
Oh, I couldn't
you
imagine.
know,
Like, we'll get to this part, but we went into the Luxor just to like check it out because it's like the giant. Am I missing some stuff here?
Bruno rode a jet ski on the water at the Bellagio for 24 minutes.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to pull that up
That's
after.
awesome.
Yeah. We got some hardcore Bruno fans in here.
As we should.
I love it. We're talking about Silk Sonic, so. Where is this? What was I just looking for the picture of?
I know
You're
you were
never going to find it in time.
Yeah, I
You
know
take
you-
so many photos.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
were looking for monitors once upon a time
Yeah,
there. You
um,
didn't tell us the
so-
monitors you found.
How did you find that?
That's the
Did
lake.
you find
That's
that?
the lake.
Did you find that?
That's the
Did you find that?
lake.
Did you find that? 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 Did you find that?
Can you guys hear me still? Let me just fix this. Uh-oh.
You're gonna plug and
Technical
play.
difficulties.
Hey, it wouldn't be a us show if there weren't
Exactly.
Right?
technical difficulties.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking, but it's not a phone. I don't want to use a phone.
Yeah, what the F?
What the phone?
Will this one work? We have to use this ugly ass mic
Oh,
or camera.
camera. Oh.
Try unplugging that other guy.
Yeah.
Was it
Sorry.
just the camera that went, or did we lose the whole stream, or?
I don't know. Are we back? Can y'all hear us?
I don't know.
You were echoing. Oh yeah, like it said the internet dropped out or something.
Yeah, something funky happened here.
Okay, I just gotta unplug the camera and plug it back in. So here.
Okay. In the meantime, we'll
It's just the
get it-
video gone. That's what they're saying. Oh, we're back for the other one.
Oh. Oh, it said we're good now, I think. You're just going to do it just to make sure.
Well, I was trying to use the camera because it's just on the.
Right now it's on that.
Hmm.
So we can kind of do this. Just have to kind of squeeze.
Squeeze together a little more. Okay. Get a little cozier here.
There we go. We're just gonna use the MacBook webcam.
Yeah, okay.
This you pay for this shit and then it only shoots in 720 anyway. So
Jeez.
And then dies.
and it dies. Yeah. Here I am sounding prissy. When you've been doing the YouTube thing as long as I have, you know.
As long as you.
I'm just kidding.
All these long months.
You're 10,000 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, so we walked up that side of the strip. We watched the thing. Danielle got suckered into buying a bracelet for $5, but it's a cool bracelet. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
worth it.
prosperity or
As long as it's a
something.
nice bracelet.
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah, and then we're trying to find. We're trying to get to the Link, which is where I stayed the first time I went to Vegas, because Guy Fieri's restaurant's there.
Okay.
That's,
Danielle also loves Guy Fieri.
yeah,
Like,
we have
loves
a
him.
like a
Really?
4 foot.
Oh, yeah.
We have a 4'8" flag of Guy Fieri in front of our treadmill at home. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah. I was so happy when she sent that Snapchat of
The
you guys
restaurant.
at the restaurant. I was
Yep.
like, oh man, her dreams are coming true.
Yeah.
No
oh yeah.
way.
She literally that was like
Target,
probably
Guy Fieri, like
that like she
is
like
bucket list
legit
stuff.
like was like screamed and handed me her phone to take a picture.
Yeah,
and
of
that was like
course.
the first time she did that because they were being paparazzi for me. Otherwise, it was great.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so much fun. I felt like I was important. It was awesome.
you are important, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so we walked back. We hit the Target, and then
Gotta go hit the target.
Yeah.
and
Target
then,
again, yeah.
we hit the Target. We walked around, grabbed a couple drinks. Oh, they had a Monster that they don't have in Canada, so obviously I had that. It was a sugar-free one. It was peach something.
Let me guess. It tasted bad, but fine.
It tasted fine, just like chemicals.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
like the-
exactly.
Just like chemicals.
Some sort of fertilizer.
And then what did we do? And then I think we went and just walked around in the casinos that night. We went to bed. It was pretty chill the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went to bed on your rock hard mattress with your no water.
That was the next day.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
You had water that day.
Yeah, we had water that day.
Okay, so you wake up next day.
So before we went to
Wait,
bed, actually, I
hang
forgot
on,
this
though.
part.
I'll come back to it. You keep
Okay.
going.
Before we went to bed, I was like, "Yo, we should probably check this bed for bed bugs, right?" That's a
Oh
regular
yeah,
thing to do, right?
yeah.
So I flipped the
I've
mattress
never
up.
checked,
Have
but
a
sure.
look around everything.
I almost want to like. I've told a couple of y'all. I've told a couple people, but I almost want everyone to guess what they found. Oh, Denise made it. What's up, Denise? Oh, and I think it's real late for you too. Jesus. Oh man, I appreciate this. We found someone else's underwear in our bed, underneath our.
Oh
mattress.
yeah, you said yeah.
And I was very, very upset about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I made a little bit of a stink about it, but I'm not an asshole.
It wasn't just like like a special thing they were doing for all the.
It wasn't a
the
promotion,
guests.
no.
Like, it was just like
We know you're here. We're happy
Yeah.
about
The,
it.
the rudest thing I think I said, the rudest thing I said to the guy was, he said, "You're staying till Friday," and I said, "It depends how this conversation goes." That was the rudest thing I said. I think. And
Why
that's
is
fair.
that rude?
Because if he wasn't gonna help me out, like I was just like, okay, we'll just leave.
Yeah.
That's assertive. That's not rude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I'm beating myself up over it because
Okay.
and I'll get to that part. But
Okay.
so they offered to transfer us rooms, but it wasn't gonna be ready till 3. And in that time we were trying to get ready, because we were going to meet Betty now. This is the Wednesday, and our water's out. We had no water, no running water in the fucking hotel room. I shouldn't sit in the hotel room for
because you
this long.
complained about the underwear.
Yeah,
Like, turn off
exactly.
his
So they took
water.
it off.
Cut his water.
So then we're like trying to get ready. We went to the pool. Betty had a friend in Vegas, so she got to hang out with her. Betty also started sending me pictures of all the money she was winning. And like, I'm just assuming that if I was there, she wouldn't have won that much money. So it turned out to be a great thing.
There you go. There you go.
We hung out at the pool. I got super burnt. It was awesome. And then we came back, finally got the water. I realized that I had left my dress shirt in the previous hotel room in the closet, and it was my only it was that or tanks. Like, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to the Silk Sonic show.
Guns blazing.
Guns a blazing, you know what I mean? I haven't shaved my back in a while, you know.
Yes.
Who's
So-
that guy in a sweater? I mean,
Guy in the sweater.
Oh my god. Oh, that would be bad. That would have been really bad. But so I had talked to a security guard. It was a runaround. Talked to someone else. It was a runaround. Talked to someone else. It was a runaround. Talked to another security guard. He helped me out. I tipped him $10. He brought me my shirt. We went and met Betty, and it was the most incredible moment of my life. I was so anxious, and again, I'm not trying to like exaggerate this for this story. I went marching up to the lady at the hotel, and she was like, "Hi there," and I was like, "Hi there." And I was like, a friend of mine's in this room, and she wants me to meet her there.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to come down here. Is that cool? And they said, absolutely not. So then she had to like come down, and it was like the elevator doors open, and I'm like ready to go, and it's like someone else. It's like, oh shit. And then I'm starting to think, I'm like, am I about to get played here? Like, is this it? Is this where I find out that it's all like you're getting like Ashton Kutcher, you know, like
punked.
Getting
Just
punked.
straight
Punked.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
but then
And that makes us seem old.
and then the doors
I had to
open,
think
man.
that one for a sec. Yeah.
Oh man, did I get you on that one?
Yeah. It's almost. Yeah. I caught it. Yeah.
I thought
Haven't watched
I thought maybe I
Punked in a
beat you.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah.
But yeah, so the elevator's door is open. Betty walks out singing, smoking out the window, and I
Nice.
just lost my lid, man. There's a video of it
Aw.
too. Yeah, I'll show you guys. We
What an
multi-cammed
awesome
it,
entrance.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. But she said that she found us off of our smoking off the.
No way.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, that's wild.
yeah. And then she said I watched you guys. I was watching some others, and I just kept coming back to yours. And I was like, huh.
Cool.
Yeah. And then in one of the videos I was reacting to, I was like, this actually happened. I tweeted Jamario being like, hey, bro, I'm coming for sure. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm coming to the show and I'm tweeting you for accountability. And when I told that story, Betty like filmed it and then like put it in the thing. And then she's like,
No way.
she's like, did you know people were listening when you said that? I was like, I didn't know that people were watching my YouTube channel. if I'm being perfectly honest,
Yeah.
like,
This one just goes out to the ether in
Yeah.
our minds. It's like, yeah, it's out there.
it goes out for my mom to watch.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, it was so cool. And then like her hotel room was wild, man. She stayed at the Nomad, which is another MGM
Yeah,
property.
she's saying that you messed up. You should have stayed at
Yeah.
the Nomad.
Yeah, we did mess up. And like going into like her room, it was so dope. And like looking around, it was so nice, man. Just like the whole suite was beautiful. I think she said she got a really good price on it too.
They had running water.
They had running water.
running-
Yeah. We drank one of the strongest. It was like a Dave drink, dark rum and Pepsi. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much I like dark rum.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, I used to drink it all the time. And it had been a minute.
We could do that next time. We could do some El Dorado or something.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be okay. That'd be okay. But it was fun because Betty was basically like, I'm here. They have my credit card. Take what you want. We're having a good time tonight.
Wow.
No way.
And so it was like we ran out of pops after 2 drinks because the mini fridge only has so many drinks, right?
Yeah.
So she kind of played herself safe on that one. But yeah, man. And then we went for dinner. So Danielle got to order a burger in the States. And for y'all that don't know, we don't get to pick how our meat comes. It comes cooked.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah.
all well
we
done.
cook it through.
yeah.
That's it.
We cook it through, and
That's
that's it. You can't. You
100%.
cook something else, man. I own your
100%.
restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which
Yep.
sucks because we have the best beef in the world.
Yeah, that's the
We
thing.
literally have the best beef in the world.
Especially where
yeah.
we live.
Yeah, where we live here. Yeah. Our beef.
For those who
is-
don't know, we're not saying that because we're like, oh, we're really good. No, we
No,
legit
yeah,
have
look
the best
up
beef in
Alberta
the
beef.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with where we live, but
Yeah.
the beef is
beef-
solid.
beef is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cows are awesome.
her and Danielle shared a burger. Marcus and I started like, I don't know if it was just like,
Did you guys did you do like did somebody do like a medium rare
Oh, you
or
gotta do
medium
or
rare.
no? Oh, did you guys went full Canadian?
they went
on
like
it?
they went like well like all the way through, but like a little below that.
Oh, okay.
So like I think it looked like the ketchup seeped through a little.
Missed
you know?
out,
Oh,
man. Missed
yeah.
out. You gotta do medium rare.
weren't getting like the pink and
Yeah.
the red little touch of blood.
Yeah.
I know it would. That would. I don't know. That would
It's
freak me out.
chuck roast.
And
you
I
just got to
lo-
remember that.
And
It's
see,
chuck roast.
that's the thing. I don't know what it is, but there's something about ground beef that if I see it like red or pink, I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with this. But
Because we're indoctrinated.
I'll eat a steak that's like,
Yeah,
you
still
know what I mean?
breathing.
Basically
that
raw.
has just been like slightly touched with
Yeah.
heat on either
Yeah.
side. You know.
No, we did not have any of the Bruno Mars rum. I really wanted to. I just forgot. I honestly, man, the whole time in Vegas, I had 3 drinks.
Yeah.
But you know what? We didn't have one puff of marijuana, and I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
smoke one cigarette. The
Well,
whole
you're
time
just
I was
you're
there.
just high
Good
on
job.
life.
I was just high on life.
Just
man.
high on
job.
life.
Kevin lived with me for a
Yeah.
long time, man. That became a problem for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many times did I ask you to stop? Like a lot.
I'd say not enough, but the answer is there would never be enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
Fair point.
Yeah, but it's under control now. which
Yeah,
is nice.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's all. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You know,
Just-
control.
You just need an incredibly once in a lifetime
Yeah,
gifted
life-changing
yeah,
experience, and then all of a
life-changing
sudden
experience. Quit smoking. Yeah,
Things
who'd have thought?
change.
But yeah, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying it's definitely a big step. In the
Yeah,
right
hell yeah.
direction. You know what I mean?
I like it.
But yeah, so we ate at the restaurant in like because like the Dolby Theater is in the MGM Park. So we ate at like the restaurant there. It was like really dark and it was weird, man. Like, what's going on here? I don't drink anymore, but dark is the only way. Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, Hennessy. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. I don't even know if I've had Hennessy to be
It's
perfect.
cognac. It's
Yeah,
nice.
no.
It's like whiskey, but flowery.
It's like people drink it for like after their meal for a dessert sometimes.
Yeah.
And shit, right?
Yeah, it's
okay.
my dad does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's anytime
I
I
vibe
need
with
to.
that.
Yeah, anytime I need to get him a gift, that's what I get him.
Nice.
Get him cognac.
But yeah, then like on our way to the concert, man, like I was pretty anxious. Like I thought I was gonna throw up, and I think it was just like nerves,
Yeah.
like not smoking, like all that stuff, the heat, the
You were
pool.
just so excited.
I was so excited, man. I couldn't contain
I
myself.
bet.
And then, yeah, man, like walking over to the concert, seeing all the people. Oh my God, there was this room. I'll post a picture. I did post a picture of it. I posted a picture of me praying to it. But they had this like funk room kind of set up. It was like this old leather couch, this old TV with Silk Sonic on it, and then like the like old like neon sign said Silk Sonic and like pictures of them and stars and shit. And, like
Nice.
The way that my house would look if I could afford it.
yeah, like yeah, if you could afford it in like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Betty. Cheers. Speaking of, do we need a top up soon or?
Probably.
I can
Yeah.
go grab it in a minute.
No, here I'll go grab it for you if you want.
Yeah,
you're telling
let me get
stories.
I'll get to the
and-
part where we get to the
and
concert,
whatnot.
and then we'll take questions. That's what we'll do.
There we go. Questions from the audience.
But yeah, we head out from the restaurant to the venue, and it's wild, man. Like there's people everywhere. Everyone's dressed to the nines, and like I thought it was gonna be like, because y'all gotta understand, like Lethbridge is pretty lame.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame. So I was expecting like. Cause like what I'm used to, like a Lethbridge or a Calgary crowd dressing up for like a retro night, and I was like expecting the worst, man. And like I couldn't believe how well people were dressed. And
Dude.
it looked like they wore that shit every day, like they're
Yeah.
like rocking it.
Yeah.
and it's like perfect, like everything, man. I was like stunned everywhere. Like it was like I don't even know how to describe it, man. Just like the outfits and like
Man, it blows me away that the professionalism of Las Vegas outdoes that of Lethbridge,
that of
Alberta.
Lethbridge. Yeah.
I
Strange.
I would never.
I would never have guessed it.
Never have
We're trendsetters.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, and then so you walk through like all the doors, and you take all the stuff out of your pockets, and they take your phone away.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so they put it in this like sleeve, and then they put like this. It's like the pin that you do like in a retail store, and they like put that through there, and you need the magnet to get it out, right? And then you go through the metal detector, and they check you all out. And they walk you.
How
up
do you
to
get your phone back?
So you keep it with you.
Oh,
yeah,
they
my
just
phone
lock
was
it
in my
up.
pocket. It was just in
Got
this
it.
big ass pouch, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was like like Danielle's wallet basically in my pocket, right?
Oh.
But like whatever, that was fine. We get to our seats, man. 4th row,
Oh my god.
Nice.
house right.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like what's that say? Yeah, that's what they
T-shirt
called
and
it.
jeans worked.
So
You ain't wrong.
you ain't wrong. Yeah,
It's a look that never goes out of style.
Exactly.
That's a Ray Bannman quote.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Black T-shirt and jeans never goes out of style.
Yeah.
Black or white T-shirt and a
Yeah.
ripped pair of jeans.
Ripped pair of
They'll
jeans,
never
yeah.
go out of style. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
we
not
should-
wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
Not wrong.
He's never wrong.
Not about fashion.
That book of his.
He should write a
There
book.
was a
We should have-
book. That
we
took
made
me a
him a
second
book.
too, but we made him a book.
We made him a
once.
coffee table book.
Oh my god, I
Remember
forgot
that?
about
Do you
that.
remember that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We got to bring Ray on here so that y'all can.
What
meet
was
Ray.
that? Wasn't it 50 Shades of Ray?
Yeah,
Or what
50
was-
Shades of Ray.
Exactly
50 Shades
what it
of
was.
Ray.
They were
yeah.
quotes that he has either already said or quotes that we believed he would say,
Yeah.
along with photos of
Man,
him
I
in different
forgot
outfits
about
and hair.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. We went all out.
Oh man, crazy.
Just so you know, if you ever want to do this for someone in your life, you can make them a coffee table book.
Yeah.
That's a thing you can do.
As it turns out.
These guys are professionals. They'll help you out with it.
Yeah.
You can hit
Oh,
them
yeah.
up on Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah, we have experience.
Yeah.
One.
experience.
Yeah,
experience.
exactly.
But yeah, man, house right. So that was on the Mateo Jamario side,
Amazing.
and you know how that just fucks me up.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you hear anything other than Jamario all evening?
I
I would have had a hard time paying attention to
yeah,
anything
we'll get to that too. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I was so like, okay, so like we're sitting in the room, and actually, like, I'm not gonna butcher this story. But Betty was sitting beside me, and someone. How did this go, Betty? You should really tell this story. Betty's mom served in a unit of like where she worked, and this person either knew somebody or someone in their family worked in the same unit.
Yeah.
And it was just like, there's no way, like the chances of
world.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was unbelievable, man. Like this dude was like flabbergasted. He like couldn't keep his shit together either.
Yeah.
Like just from like the synchronicity or whatever you call that.
Well, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
Yeah. It was really cool. It was really neat to see. I'm good on ice. I still got some.
Maybe.
You're civilized.
I am civilized, yes.
I'd drink it without, but you want some ice?
I can go without. That's fine.
Sure?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. David,
Synchronicity.
please
Yeah, that's
sit
it.
down.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Never mind. We're gonna leave the ice.
So you want to know? I'll tell you the exact moment when the band started, and I knew that it was actually happening. I'll
Okay.
tell you the exact moment.
Explain.
So we're sitting there checking out, and there's like purple lights everywhere. There's like those like moving headlights, and they got beams and the haze everywhere.
yeah.
And I'm doing my regular thing, you know, like, oh yeah, check it out. There's the haze, there's the beams, right? And then I'm like looking at the blinds because I'm trying to figure out, like, it's like this red curtain down the middle and then 2 red curtains on the side. And I'm wondering, like, does it all go away? Does just the middle go away? Like, what's happening here, right? And I'm peeking at these blinds, and I lean over to Betty. I'm like, okay, you ready? I'm like, you see the 3rd blind in? I'm like, you see those 3 little black things sticking out right there? I'm like, those are the crowd mics. Like, they're hiding them in the curtains. And it's a 3-way system. It was like an X, Y, and a center.
Oh, nice.
And I was just like, look at that. And then like the minute I went to say it, lights out and the track starts and I just fucking lose my mind. I was like, oh my God.
Okay, first song. What was their opener?
So they come out to the Silk Sonic intro.
Yeah.
Who you come to see tonight? You know, and it's like Andy on drums, bro. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Andy on drums. And y'all know I've watched just about every video of Andy playing drums.
Yes.
I was not ready.
The groove was heavy.
Oh my God. I've never seen drumming like that. I saw Rush. Okay. I worked with the guy who won Canada's Roland's Best Drummer, like 2006 through 2012. I toured with him. I've never seen drumming like this.
Yeah.
And in a matter of moments, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So it's a drum kit that like that rolls out, and it's matched to Eric's drum kit in the back. But Eric also has a percussion setup that he's playing.
Nice.
So, oh man, I can't, like, just Andy and his wig and his smile and playing drums, man, and like everyone just like dressed to the nines, right? And like I say, like that intro, like that hook thing. Well, I'll play it for you later.
Yeah.
and then like him doing like the films and everything on there too, or all the fills and everything.
Yeah.
It was just like none of that translates into recording. And live, man, I was so stunned, like listening to like where all the placements were, like his, like when he would come into fills and out of fills, like what his idea of a picked up note it was. And it's just like, man, like I've been watching so much of this like gospel influenced music, and I've been trying to appreciate so much of that, and I did not understand how far away that like my understanding of that music was. It was just like you know when you play like an upbeat on a bell and it gives like that kind of nice like kind of just like it's a groove, right? Like everyone does that. He was doing the upbeat on the downbeat, so it was the same rhythm, but it was like on the one instead of the and. And I was just like sitting there, and it was just like keeping me like, it was like energizing. I don't know how else to describe it. And I literally went and played on a ride, and I couldn't figure out how he was doing it. But I'm not kidding. It was like, it was the same as a swing beat. It was just instead of on the and, it was on the one. It was just that little bit of like the accent change that blew my mind. Just fucking freaked me out.
Well, that would add so much energy.
Oh my god! It was just like, and it's like not really a jumping song, but it's just like all I want to do is jump. Like it was just like, I don't know how to explain it. And then on top of that, seeing him and just being like as much of a fucking fan as I am, it was just like, what is this? Like, and Bruno, man, coming out just like looking like $1 million. And like Bruno just like carries this like energy about him that again does not translate. Like the confidence in that man, it just oozes. And like the closest I can like relate to that is when I was in Palm Springs in California, or no, sorry, in LA. We went to like the original Golds there, and there's like the pro bodybuilders and stuff. And you stand next to them, and it's like hot, like there's like heat coming off of them because they're just like so like energized, and there's just like so much going on. I bet you Bruno feels like that, man. I bet you just like being around him is just like picks you up, and it just makes you like tall and like everything. It's just like you can see it, and like everyone dancing, man. Like they did such good. Like in the intro, they would like showcase like, I can't remember all the names, but like Andy and one of the other singers, and then Bruno and one of the other singers. So the two are doing something while the other two are singing. All the lights go crazy, and then it's spotlights on the other two. Bruno and the other guy are dancing, and Andy and the other guy are singing now, and it's just like rotating back and forward, and like the jump part, like everything, man. It was just like there was not one part that could have been added. Like it was like full, but like if you would have taken it away, it's like there may have been misspaced. I don't know. But it was just like, it seems like they thought out every friggin' like every beat. It's like everything has a purpose. Like every step, every toe tap.
Nothing's left to chance.
Nothing, man.
Man, that type of show is like my dream to play on.
And then like, you know, like Betty and I were talking about what surprised you and this and that, right? And she's like, I couldn't believe how interactive the whole band was with the scene changeovers. Like everybody, man, it's like if I'm singing and I pull off the mic, the next guy's moving the mic stand for me. And it's like all night long you saw that.
It's all played.
It was crazy, man.
It's all worked out. It's almost like a theater piece. Right?
Yeah. And like actually TC made a point. She said that Andy and Bruno are just theater kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Right?
Like,
there you go.
Oh my god, because the whole thing was a show, bro. Like, and then
their theatricality is
top tier.
Unbelievable.
Top tier, bro.
Like, and that's one of the reasons that they're overwhelming music right now.
Yeah.
Because like I would say, who else? Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Miley? Beyonce?
Maybe.
Like
Beyonce.
there's certain levels of
I don't know
theater.
if I would even agree with like this with that. I mean, maybe like the theater at the live shows now, but like like those guys I think are more.
Well, Lady Gaga.
I don't hear the other names that you mentioned as much as so.
Well,
now,
now,
maybe that's like
right
Hank,
now they're it.
They're on top.
You know what I mean? They're it.
Yeah.
And like it's serving two things, right? Like there's a huge nostalgia to what they're doing. Like,
yes.
Because the amount of
that's old funk Motown just embodied.
Dude.
Like that's like
when
that's
I got to listen to that
so
record, it was just
70s
like
sounding.
I'm hearing all these things that I've heard, and they're just these like salutes, these little salutes to all this greatness that's come up, and then they're doing that, but now all of a sudden their show is not only capturing a past era, but it's also of a caliber of execution. That's modern.
It's It's got all the modern accoutrements.
That's exactly
right.
What I was gonna say.
Right. It's got like all the yes. It's got that modern but it's also got the musicality and the showmanship and just the that top tier like players that you had from what is now a bygone era.
Man.
I mean, like it really is. Unfortunately,
But
like
the thing
it's
is,
nice to see. But I am so glad. Like I'm not a that's not like the music I would just go to and listen to. But the fact that they are such amazing players, all of them, everything you've shown me is just like
it's
unreal.
top tier musicianship, like to the point of like it's unbelievable to watch. And the fact that they are influencing pop culture in any way, let alone being like right up at the top, that is such a good thing for music.
Oh, it's huge.
Popular music as a whole, because music is just has gotten so stale and so like when the other day we were doing one of these tattoos, it was all those trap beats over and over. That cicada hi-hat.
We were laughing at it, just being like, oh man, same thing over and over again.
It was like 15 songs. It almost like sounded like the same thing. All they changed is like the melody line slightly.
Just the amount of care was just so low.
It's just like you could tell these guys didn't care. Like this stuff was being just bought. But what the Silk Sonic guys are doing is like, that's real
authentic
playing.
Yeah.
That's real players playing instruments, like for real, not just programming everything out. And I mean, as a guy who programs some shit out, they're playing every note, man. And they can do it live too. So, and that is so awesome to hear that. Like,
that's the crazy
that's
thing.
Being delivered, and people are seeing that. Like, I hope that spreads into every genre.
So here's my first confession, YouTube. Y'all ready? Are you here to hear? I don't know if there was one single track played that whole entire night.
I would assume there wasn't.
I don't think there was a single track.
See, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Like, I mean, the tracks and stuff, they have their place, for certain things and certain styles, and I get it. But there is just something different now, and it's almost the novelty, which it was the standard once upon a time, that like a big professional band could play.
Yep.
In any genre, it didn't matter. Like, it was expected. Like, I mean, you might not be the best musician, but you were up with the best.
Well, you were in the category that got noticed at least. Yeah, right.
Like you wouldn't get noticed unless you were at you got to be at least at this level before you can even like start the ride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't play in the game until you can get across this bar.
Yeah,
and then you're with these guys, and they get like the further you get up, they're just monsters. Nowadays, it just seems like it's things have slid so far back to where it's just it's also kind of lazy and just kind of
good enough.
It's good enough. Everything's good enough. But I'm very stoked by the idea that there's real musicians playing their instruments and just able to kill it.
And you know what?
Too.
To that point, though, like the mistakes too. Because it wasn't a perfect night.
No, it's humans.
But it's just like, oh shit! It's
but
like,
that's what you gravitate towards.
Yeah.
That's actually the thing that's why modern music kind of misses something. Like, because it's like it is those mistakes. It's the person reaching for the note when they're singing, or the guy sliding a little too far on the and bending a little too much, but and then taking it back. But done in a way that it doesn't sound bad,
it's real,
but it's just real.
Yeah,
it's just real. You're getting a real thing, but it's like, there's a certain magic to that's gotten lost in the digital age, right?
Yep.
So it's
that's totally nailed it.
It's a very encouraging thing. Like I'm glad to hear that you were so.
Dude, like I called Dave when I got
it.
home, and I'm like, we're writing music. Like, I am so lit up, and I know that I will not be able to write music like that, and it's not my forte. It's not what I want to write. I would love to be in a band like that. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I was like, I need to do something, man. Like, after watching that, I was like, I haven't been
makes you
lit
want
up.
to do anything.
Yeah, I was like, I just like to see someone appreciate performing again, because it was like my band got into it too, man. It was like, okay, like we're scheduled till 2, and it's 12 o'clock, and there's no one here, so half a set and let's go home type thing, right? And it's like it wears off, but it's just like to see how much fun they were having, bro. Yeah. And like from that intro, that's like their intro, like Bootsy Collins worked on the whole project with them. Oh, really? And then goes into Fly As Me.
Yeah.
No, sorry. 777. Which one is it? Yeah, 777. Andy on drums still.
Nice.
And it was the exact performance that I've shown both of you guys from the award show.
Yeah.
Where Andy's playing drums.
Which is phenomenal.
Oh man, and they do this like it's like 7, 7, 7, and then Andy's got this like blepum. And then they go into it, and like they would do the same shot, and then the fireworks would go off, and every time, man, I was headbanging so hard I almost hit the person in front of me. I was just like, I literally felt like I was the only person in that whole entire building. It was just like, oh,
amazing.
Oh yeah, it was. I've never been so actively into an artist that I got to see I've been into artists, and then like a year goes by and they come around. I'm like, oh fuck, I'll go see them. But like actively listening to them every single day, trying to get other people listening to them and seeing them, it's never happened in my life. Never in my life. It's wild. It was wild.
I saw the question a long time ago, and now I'll ask it. Favorite song of the night?
Put on a Smile.
Really?
Put on a Smile. Yep. That song was like, I dig every song on the record, but that song was not on my radar. And it's taking everything in my body not to do some sort of a cover or a rendition or get all the words tattooed on my back or like something. It's just like that from like an entertainment perspective, I have never seen anything like it. I have never seen theater done like that. I've never seen playing like that. I've never seen authentic, just leaving it on the table. Everything fucking like the guitar solos going off, the drummers going off, like Andy and Bruno both just like trying to outdo each other, like literally outdo each other while they're performing. Because it's this sad song and they're sitting on this bench. They bring out this park bench and there's like lightning and thunder and rain everywhere, and you can hear like that's the only track you can hear the thunder, right? And they're singing this sad song, man, and it's just like Jesus Christ, like I was just gone, like I was just somewhere else. I just like It was just, I don't know how to describe it.
My thought is like, because I'm not big into the Broadway world, but I feel like what you're getting in that is like not only the music, not only the show, but the emotionality being given through the other elements of the performance, which I think like as I'm thinking about it, it's like, man, if they were to ever do a musical, they would win Tonys. Like, for sure.
God. Oh my God,
like,
yeah. And it's just like, and like to that point, like the story, because it's like now that I've listened to it a billion times since the concert, the words are really sad, and it's like I'm trying to put on a smile, I'm trying to fight these tears from crying, but Lord knows I'm dying. And they're singing back to back and not looking at each other, but like they're like still engaging with this like whole like audience and the band a little bit, and like Jamario's walking over to like Mateo, and they're like, you know, just chilling, and it's all like relaxed, and everyone's in their like white like button up shirts that are half unbuttoned, and it's just like there's just something about like that whole scene, man. It was just like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it.
Wow.
And then that's the one where he's like, if I could turn back the hands on my rolling,
Rolling.
you know I would. Yeah. But like him building into that, man, because it sounds, I'm gonna get really nerdy here. So it sounds like when he's doing the bends or any of the runs in his vocal, like in his note selection, he's not moving his jaw at all. He's got like a very tall embouchure, and his the top of his mouth is like pushed up. So it's like, and I could turn back the hands on my, instead of like I could turn back the hands on my, that kind of like difference. Yeah. But he would go on the record. It sounds like it's one volume, it's one airflow, it's like one dynamic. And in this, man, he would like build up to it, and he was almost like yelling.
Yeah.
And it was just like, holy shit! Like he's not like, it's not just singing. Singing is a part of it. Like he's like acting right now.
Yeah.
And he is winning right now. Like it was just. I literally don't know how to describe it, and then I think it was in that song. I've been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah,
I think it was in that song. They're going back and forth at the end, and then like Andy stands up and he's like singing like his like woo 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 whatever, right? And then Bruno like comes up and like cuts in front of him, and then he's doing it, and then Andy runs around the stage and grabs Bruno's sweat towel. And like Bruno's sweaty as fuck, right? Throws a sweat towel in the crowd and says, "Now what?" And Bruno's literally like,
"I need that.
Look, what am I gonna do?
We're not done."
And then I also think it was at the end of this one. They kind of bring the song back around. They do their leads. They sit back down, and then Andy's like singing he goes to sing his last line, and he puts the mic down and runs over and just jumps into like the trumpet player's arms, like just full leap, like arms and legs around him, like hugging him. It's just like just a bunch of theater kids being hilarious, man. Like the hands down my favorite.
So, question to Betty: what was your favorite track?
Yeah, Betty, what was your favorite track? Actually,
I don't know what the delay is on this, but as soon as
it's a couple seconds.
Is it?
Yeah. We got Robert from Australia in here.
Hey, Robert from Australia.
Oh, what's up, Robert? Robert Shields. We got a few people in here.
It's gotta be the morning over there.
Yeah. It's tomorrow or yesterday?
I don't even know.
I'm just kidding.
Tomorrow or yesterday?
If it's tomorrow, how is it tomorrow?
Yeah. Are we YouTube famous yet? Just kidding. So Betty's favorite, I'm going to say favorite Bruno Mars song is Treasure by Bruno Mars. treasure.
Yeah.
That one. That is what you are. And they fucking played it.
No way.
I had no idea, and I'm pretty sure someone sent me a set list too, and they played it. And I looked over at Betty, and I grabbed her and I put my arm around her, and it's like I got to dance to Betty with our song, and it's just like, yeah, see, there it is. It was her favorite song. Yeah, it was just like that. I've been looking forward to that moment. Like when I was like, okay, we're going to the concert. I get to meet Betty. This is gonna be great. This is like the first time I'm like making a friend out of like a fan situation. Like it's weird, that whole thing. And it was like, and I get to dance to you to this song. Or with you to that song. It was like my first high school dance. I was so excited.
Were you nervous?
I was no, not for a moment. Like the minute I realized what they were playing, I was just like, oh shit! I even think I pushed Danielle out of the way. Like, here, you take my seat. Oh
sure
man.
She'd understand.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Treasure's dope.
Yep. What else? What else was fun? Oh, they tell the story about how Andy and Bruno met.
How did they meet?
So they were on tour together. The Free Nationals and Anderson .Paak were opening for Bruno Mars, and Bruno Mars is like he like I've seen a few interviews about this all, I've kind of pieced together a couple stories. I don't know what the official story is, but he basically said that like Bruno came up to Andy, was like, hey man, like you guys been killing it, like you guys doing so good. He's like, you know what really freaked the crowd out is if I came up there and played drums for you and backed you up, and like immediately. Sorry, I'm gonna ruin the joke, but Bruno Mars is like, you know what Andy said to me, and like without missing a beat, Andy's like, nah, like, nah, don't touch my drums. Bruno's like, what do you mean? He's just like, nah, bro. He's like, we can do something else. So then
my drums.
he begs and pleads with them and everything, and then finally he's like, you know what? He's like, maybe it's your lucky night. You could play drums, right? So they played "Come Down," which is like my favorite Anderson .Paak song. It's just like. It's one of those ones, man. It's just like when I wake up, it's like honestly, I'm gonna send screenshots of my playlist to these guys, but it's Treasure and then it's Come Down every morning. I get up and it's just like like Bruno did a good job, man. Bruno playing drums, unfortunately, was outshadowed by Andy playing drums right after him.
Yeah,
and it's just like Bruno did a really good job, man. He was having fun. You could tell he was engaging with the crowd and stuff. And then it was like, okay, now I'm gonna play one of your songs. And I was like, oh fuck. And so they played "Runaway Baby," which is TC's favorite song off of Bruno's first album. So like again, it was like the same thing where it's like Betty, like I know this is Betty's favorite song, so I have that appreciation. It was like, and then I had this appreciation for her song too. And she went to the concert before me, so it was like I was like, oh my god, I got to see the same song in the same building as you. And it's like her favorite song. It was just like, as an empath, man, it was so cool. Yeah, so cool. But Andy flipped on drums, like flipped, and like they did the James Brown one where he does all the dancing. Remember I showed you that? They did the exact same thing. So it's like they broke it down and it just goes to the cross stick, and then like the clapping and the stomping the foot, and then they do all the dancing, and Bruno's doing all the like foot shit, and like to watch that I've never seen dancing like that. I've never seen someone dance like that before. I've seen like ballets and stuff, but I've never seen that before.
It's better than a ballet.
Yeah, and it's just like I had no clue that and like I said, I've seen all the videos. Like I saw the video of the rendition they were covering from the TV one. We reacted to it.
Yeah.
And it was like, to see them do it live, man, again, it was just different.
Yeah.
It just seems like not possible at the same time. Like there's some sort of distance that happens when you see it on like a YouTube video or something like that.
Yeah.
You see it right in front of your face and you're like,
man.
oh shit, it's right there.
And it's
just
real.
a human being
Because
doing
it's like
it.
when you watch on like YouTube, it's like you're almost kind of used to it. You're like, yeah. Like, you know, there's freaks on the internet.
Yeah, it's like
it
gets an element of underwhelming because it's on. Like there's that degree of separation.
Yeah.
But when you're fourth row,
house right.
Yeah. A whole different
man,
thing.
it was just like just how perfect the whole band was too, man, and just like how much fun. Like I want to go play. I honestly want to go play a live show. Just have that much fun again.
Yeah.
Just have a big smile on my face again. Like it was just like I don't know, man. It was nuts. Yeah.
Can we talk to Mario?
Oh, we could talk to Mario all day long. The lean on the hat, bro. Oh, it's just like he's such a good looking dude, top to bottom, and just like he's playing his red bass, man, that I see in all his videos, and he's just looking so chill, but like he's got this like bass face the whole time.
Oh, you got that bass face.
Yeah, and I'm like, both Andy and Jamario, I'm pretty sure I locked eyes with, and like we had a moment, you know, because like Jamario comes marching up to the stage and he's going, and he's got bass face, and I got bass face, and I'm pretty sure he looks at me and he's like. I'm like, oh man, I've been prepping my whole life for this.
Bass face, recognize bass face.
Oh, that's so
when you're just
awesome.
like when you're just falling apart together, like that whole thing.
Oh,
But yeah, man, he had the hat and the Ray-Bans, the white shirt, like it was just clean pressed white shirt, black pants, black shoes, just looked like $1 million, man. And then like beside Mateo too, Mateo's gorgeous. He's got the long hair, and like he's that Brazilian guitar player guy. It's a freak. Oh my god.
Why is he with them right now?
Someone's gonna have to correct me. I think I read that the guitar player had a kid. Is that what I heard? Are you more in love with Jamario or Andy? Oh, it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
TC, it's two different conversations.
Yeah, very different.
These are very different conversations. I have a love interest in Jamario, and I have this is a godly figure on stage for Andy. So it's two different things.
Andy is like a love of like the joyful love.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
yeah.
Jamario's like.
Jamario's like that.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just sit in a room and just listen to Jamario play bass. And actually, I've watched my first interview of Jamario, and I love how he talks. I love how he presents himself. I love how like positive he is. Just, like the whole nine yards.
Oh, wow, all right.
Big time man crush. Big time man
There
crush.
you go. There you go.
Danielle's very aware.
Oh yeah, we're all aware. How do you not though? How do you watch Jamario and not be like, yep?
I think he had a little TC rig.
Really?
Just a little tiny TC rig.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yep.
Like a little fly rig? Or
TC
like
Electronics. Yeah, it was just like.
That's what I mean.
Well,
yeah.
they're doing. I don't know. They're doing a residency, but he didn't have an amp, but he had a pedal board, and I was like, oh, probably just like a DI, right? But he had this little tiny little like red thing sitting in the back, and I was like,
yeah,
oh.
isn't that what it's called? Like a fly? I think it's called
that
a
what it's
fly
called?
rig.
A fly rig?
I might be wrong about that, but
Yeah.
They also do have like a bass amp series.
Yeah.
They're like little tiny like Class D kind of things.
Oh, really? He's the guitar player is Katy Perry, as a musical director.
Guitar players with Katy Perry now.
Interesting.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was an MD. That's cool though.
Yeah.
He's a great guitar player.
Oh yeah. The you know what I did appreciate though was like Mateo bringing a different element of guitar.
Yeah.
To the concert.
He just played with a country band at the Ryman the other day too.
Really?
Yeah, he just came out to play a solo in one of their songs.
Oh man, it was weird watching like all that like whammy bar stuff and like all the chords on top of it and like bending into place and like oh man, he was just different.
His approach to guitar playing for those whole songs would be very different. It would create like more of a stadium-esque vibe.
Mm-hmm. He was very good in a stadium.
Yeah,
very good in a stadium.
He's that for sure, like a stadium player.
Yeah, very seasoned. He's a Brazilian guy, and he's got this crazy like TikTok and YouTube and all this. But
that's how he got known, really.
Online, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
he's one of those guys.
Yeah,
like Ryan.
Same thing, no amp. Like probably just. I feel like I saw a Kemper, but now I can't remember who had it.
He has a Kemper.
Oh, okay, then it was probably him.
Yeah, he has a Kemper. Like I mean, he's got.
Kemper's a guitar amp modeling thing. So it's a box you have. You plug your guitar amp into it. You can pick the guitar amp and the microphone. You can download settings, like all kinds of shit like that. And it sounds, as far as I'm concerned, it sounds fucking real.
Pretty close.
Yeah, Dave's got one over here.
One,
I'll if I can get it off my Instagram, I'll post a video of me playing mine on my YouTube. It's just like the little bar footage from the performance, but they're wild.
you can make a video plugging that in sometime if you want.
We just do that too. Yeah. So here's a couple questions for y'all. So the drum setup. So there was a couple things I was expecting. There's a couple things I wasn't expecting. And I'm probably the only one that actually like played with the Telefunken M80s, but I'm 99% sure that's what was on the top snare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
They're really popular there right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For live top, like snare top. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. I was
they
pretty
sound
sure.
Dope.
It looks great. The only thing is, man, is like they break.
Well, they did at least. We had all those ones
fragile as all get out.
Yeah, I ordered 8, and I think 6 of them were broken.
Yeah.
Or 5 of them were broken.
Yeah, it's like those i5s or whatever from Audix would be like a comparable.
Similar? Oh, really?
Comparable sound. Yeah.
Because it looked nice, but I was like, really? It's like, and not to mention that's an expensive mic to just have on a snare drum.
I mean, I've seen dumber things.
I mean, it's not. Yeah.
You get in those Earthworks ones.
crazy,
There's a lot of people doing those. DPAs. Those are crazy.
You're not wrong. And it's a residency.
Yeah.
But they had it on both because there's matching drum kits. They had I'm pretty sure it was an AKG egg.
Like a D112 or whatever. Yeah.
3/4 of the way back from the.
Yeah.
So it wasn't right at the resonance, but it wasn't against the.
It's
it was like a funk thing.
Yeah.
Movie sound.
Snare bottom. They had a single large diaphragm condenser on top of the mic, on top of the whole kit.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Just a single.
Yeah.
And then they had I can't remember those tom mics are called. They look like the Sennheiser ones if like the military made them. They have like a bunch of like the wire holes on the side. You see them everywhere. They're on every tom anyway.
Yeah.
But they also have those what are those the condensers that they have, the pencils?
The little guys?
They're like tall and they're silver.
Oh, the SM81s?
SM81s. They had those. Isn't that what this is?
No.
That's a 90.
Yeah, yeah.
87.
That's 87.
87,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, everyone's gotta sit here while I sort my thoughts out. But anyway, they had those underneath all the cymbals. So like there was an AKG 414 on the hi hats.
Yeah.
414.
Cool.
Okay.
That's a really nice microphone
overkill.
for a hi hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also had, and I was gonna ask you about this. They had some sort of vintage microphone that was attached to the front of the kick drum, but it was projected at the back rim of the kick drum.
Oh,
Dave
we were
thought
talking
maybe it was
about
a cross
this.
mic or something.
Oh, like a side mic. Don't they call it a side mic or a where it's like a condenser placed like over the kick and in
side fill
like the
kind of
stair.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's that's like I think they call it a crotch mic usually.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, and I'm starting to piece together why you would do that. So I'm thinking about the tom resonance that they had. So when he would do like the boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that would probably catch some of it because it's kind of like having
just the
enough
space.
It's
right?
kind of like a room mic,
Yeah.
almost of sorts,
So-
right? Except it's not going to be. You wouldn't be able to throw a room mic up
Yeah.
on a live stage
But-
like that, like 10 feet away.
But you know when you
so-
get like a close mic and you hit it, and it's like you don't hear the drum resonate, you just hear like the blat part.
Yep.
So it felt like in the room, and I told Betty this. I was like, the part I was most impressed by that I wasn't expecting was their dead stops and how they managed the space in between the dead stops, because it sounded like there was a bunch of resonance,
Yeah.
or like a palm muted like a chug and then like it droned out, but it didn't. And it was like,
Okay.
this makes the building sound better because it was this beautiful theater, and I'm wondering if that played into it a little bit.
Probably.
Because you just get like, you would just get that like resonance of the toms, like it just has a sound to it,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So like this dude, Paul Mabry, he's got this.
Yeah, it's
So
just
this
like
is
that.
This is an SM7. It's basically pointed kind of in the middle of the kit,
Yeah.
and then he crushes the shit out of it.
So yeah, that's what it was. So like if you imagine a kick drum right in front of me, it was like right here.
yeah.
And then like he had like kicks. It was an offset kick,
Yeah.
snare, hat, tom.
So basically, that just makes it so that the whole kit sounds live. So when you hit stuff and you got a really clamped down gate, you basically have this thing, and it makes it sound like there's no life to the kit, right? So you
Yeah,
can have
yeah.
something else like that type of thing, which is just getting that whole shake sound that's happening.
Yeah.
To kind of give it so that everything follows through after the fact. So
Yeah.
you can have that really crushed, which isn't giving you any attack.
Yeah.
It's just giving you all the.
Yeah, just the shake part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
No, that shit works.
Because I was super impressed. Like their dead stops, like they were perfect, and because they were super dramatic.
Yeah, but it sounded like it had
sounded
life.
like it had like this almost
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
would build back up again. It was like
Yeah.
Kind of like when you do a
Man.
dead stop on a Strat and you get that rattle through the
Yeah.
the
Mm.
what am I trying to say?
The springs.
Springs,
in the back.
yeah, in the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I really appreciated how they approached the dead stops.
That's cool.
The part that I struggled with though was the roof was so high in there. They had 3 line arrays above us, and I
Yeah.
missed a lot of the mix.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And I think what it
And
was,
there's no stage volume.
Yep, that, and there's a bunch of center fills. There's center fills everywhere. So essentially, like if y'all are looking, the stage is like this, and you'll have like a speaker up here. In this case, there was 3, and over here there was 3, and then there's subs all along the front, and on top of the stage, there was like little speakers that shoot towards the crowd because like we're like the separation from us to the speakers was crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I just think that when there was a horn section, a drum kit that was obviously prominent, and 4 like basically lead singers, I just don't think the speaker could give me guitar, keys, bass. You know what I mean?
Wasn't well, yeah.
I
I mean,
think it was
you probably wouldn't have gotten the full experience of what the
Yeah.
mix.
That's what I'm saying, because like it was
Was.
so
Yeah.
vocally dominant.
Well, those
Yeah.
center fills are just like that 1 to 2K cut.
Yeah,
sound, you
it's
know what I
basically
mean?
just to fill out enunciation of words,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like when everyone's spazzing, when everyone's singing, I just think that those center fills just couldn't quite keep up.
Yeah, of course.
Because like watching back, like I've watched a few of the videos from like the week before and stuff, like people snuck their phones in and shit, and it's like, man, I didn't hear any of that guitar. Like I didn't hear. None
I guess
of
that's
it.
the trade-off you get. It's like you're so close.
Yeah,
you get to see them. You get to you're right up there, and you know, like
but you're not sitting at the mixing booth.
But you're not, where the mix is going to be the best, which is going to be back probably midway through the building.
Which
right?
was like, you know, it was a big building.
Yeah.
It was like 5,000.
Where was FOH?
It was a little higher than I anticipated. But again, looking at the speaker orientation, I think it made sense because it was pretty tall. Like I said, like I don't know if I heard the PA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It kicked right past you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And above me, right?
It's
Like
probably over your like sitting right over. If you're fourth row out, the thing's probably sitting close to over, like right above your head.
Oh,
so
quite
it's literally shooting like
Past you.
like 3-4 rows behind.
But like no obstructions, obviously. Like clear sights. Plus, like we all stood right, and then like everyone in front of me, like they were like great. Betty swapped me out, so I was like closest inside, and I had this like perfect view. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was just wild, man. Just
yeah.
And like they did a really good job. I don't think they had analog equipment, which makes sense, especially for like a residency. You don't want to lug all that shit in there and have it all tied up and build it just for that.
At the same time, if I was to own Silk Sonic, I'd be like, fly me in a vintage Neve console. Let's do this thing as old school as
I
we
want
can.
one that has less than 100 hours on it.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, we're doing it to tape too. I don't know why.
Yeah, doing it to tape. Yeah,
Tape and then back out.
But yeah, man. Like they let everyone have their moments. Like Mateo had they had like a not an intervention, like what do they call that?
Intermission.
That's it. Yeah. So like Mateo came and he sat right in front of us.
Oh, that's cool.
Just wailed on his guitar, right? And then is it Maurice Brown, the trumpet player? We've reacted to him a couple times.
Yeah.
Maurice something. He was in the Free Nationals too. He came out and did a trumpet solo, and he had everyone like going back and forth, like singing with him. And it was like, man, like I've never seen.
Yeah.
I didn't know trumpet was cool, you know. Back to the tuba conversation.
Don't
like,
know until you know.
I didn't know trumpet was cool, and it was
best
like
video you guys ever did.
Tuba's still tuba, bro.
tuba's still tuba.
Tuba's
Yeah.
still tuba.
But yeah, it was wild, man. And like same thing, it's just like Maurice Brown, just like he just looked great, man. His hair was dialed in, sunglasses dialed in, like the suit looked good, like everything, right?
Yeah.
And then what's this? Not in. Yeah. Sorry, I saw.
Associated
I reacted to a video with the Free Nationals, and he was playing in that video. But anyway. But yeah, fantastic, man. Like he could have been like the lead of the night, and it's like this would have been cool. Like the band playing on the trumpet, it's like that would have been cool, right? And like everything's rehearsed, like down to like, you know, they're like making fun of the crowd. They do a song about like taking your phone away, and they like all the shots, and they're like joking, and Bruno's like playing with you, and he's like making fun of you back and forward. Yeah, it was.
I wonder how long it took them to pre-pro that show. They obviously know the songs, but like to make the show, like that's no joke.
I honestly don't know if it would take that long. Like to perfect it is another story.
Well, I mean, there's
Bruno's been doing this shit for a long time.
I mean, it depends. What are we talking about? Like the guys on stage, or like the entire crew, like setting up and rigging the whole thing, and like devising how it's all gonna work.
So you've easily got like, okay, you've got your song number one. This is like the run of songs, and then you got to do your ins and outs, and then you got to do your moments, and but it's no joke to try and make something flow and feel natural. You know what I mean? And then like to make sure that you have an arc within that show. Yep. Because like you have to go out on a high. Yep. And you have to start on a high.
What do you think they went out on? Pre-encore. This is a Kevin question because I know you don't know.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
I mean, I would want Fly As Me.
Fly As Me was like third.
Okay, that's fair. That's strong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Blast Off.
Oh, Wicked, yeah.
Yeah, the end was Blast Off, and they stretched it all out.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, yeah, and they had like a bunch of like solos and a bunch of like all kinds of stuff. Oh, I'm glad my mom's appreciating this. That's good. But yeah, they stretched it all out and all the harmonies and shit, man. It was wild. And then they came back out and they did Leave the Door Open.
Nice.
It was Smoking Out the Window, Leave the Door Open. I always get
both
titles.
would be phenomenal choices.
They came back with Leave the Door Open. That's what.
18 songs. That's a solid night,
dude. It was 2.5 hours.
Oh wow,
almost 3 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
So they did. Let me get through this. So 777 Skate was wild. Skate. The choreography was like, oh my god. And they like same thing. They stretched it out. They made it like longer than you expect. They changed like, and it's funny because like when they do the shots, this is the thing, man. It's like Bruno's got this like dialed in where he's like, listen, pop music is like 20% this era and 80% new stuff. He's like, so let's abuse that 20%, and people will gravitate to it because we're better than them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they're like, let's take all the original roots and do that stuff well, right? Yeah. And so it's like, Oh my God, where was it going with this? What were we talking about right before that?
Music. Most things related to music.
Pretty much.
Anyway,
I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, at the end of the
Keep
day, the whole thing, man, like top to bottom, it's such a story. It's like you can't tell me the theater kids didn't put this together.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right?
It's
like,
such a story.
This is either just like pure inspiration and able to just kind of like kick it out and it just all works, or there's a lot of pre-work that goes into this in terms of making it construct correctly.
Yeah.
Like
TC, yeah, that's my mom.
Yep.
Yeah, Linda's my mom. You can add her on Facebook if you want. But that's actually my mom. Notice the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Video. Yeah. So did I send that to you?
Which?
Okay, here.
I've seen many. You've sent me many things in regards to Andy's wig.
So
that's
so Addison Pack, I showed you, he's wearing the wig, right?
Yeah.
So on the last night, the last show, they're singing. I think it's Smoking Out the Window or something like that. And like Andy's on stage and he's just like grooving and he's dancing and he opens his eyes and Bruno's marching across the stage with the same wig. The same fucking wig.
Copped his wig.
Yeah, and then like he's like dancing and it's all flowing and then he's singing and he's throwing it and Anderson's like trying to like do like all the moves and you can see him trying not to smile, man. It's just like he's holding it back and it's just like after seeing that brotherhood on stage, I bet you that was the funniest fucking shit that ever happened. Like I don't know how Andy's gonna top that at the next residency. And I know that it's gonna keep him up at night because it's like
yeah, see that's the good thing about having money. Is you can do the pettiest shit that you want to your friends. Like that's the funnest stuff. Because that wig ain't cheap.
No, it is not.
But you want to just have a nice little joke? You go for it.
Yeah,
I would love to do that stuff.
If I can find it,
to do that stuff.
Oh, it's totally on here. Okay, we're gonna pull up a video y'all can watch.
Okay, I'm gonna grab another water.
Okay.
Anybody need anything?
No.
Yes. No. Maybe so.
I'm gonna take that water though.
Oh, that's your water.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, hang tight, everyone. I'm just finding this video to show you guys. Dave, go quick.
Okay.
Or just wait 10 seconds.
Well, okay. How long is the video?
Just go quick.
It's like not even a minute.
Just go
Not
quick.
even a minute?
Just go quick, Dave. Dave, go quick.
I'll just watch the video. I'll watch the video. I'll watch the video, then I'll go. That's what I'll do.
What is this one? Okay. Are we ready?
Oh, I don't know.
I wish I could make this bigger. God, that's the worst. Okay, ready? So here's Andy. Andy's singing here, okay? Oh, that's annoying. Let's see if I can fix that. Sound. Let's put it to this one. Can y'all... I hope y'all can hear. I'll make it bigger for everyone. Nah, they're here for our reaction. Let's be real. Okay, here we go. So he's saying that she should be dancing romance, or we should be dancing romancing, right? Okay, here we go. And then Andy. He's like looking.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Isn't that wild? It's just like it's so much fun.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just so much fun. The whole show was that, man. Like I like even when they're like being sad and like crying, and then like Bruno like steps in front of Andy, and Andy's just like, and then now Bruno's singing and he's all emotional, and Andy's like sizing him up, like the fuck's wrong with you?
Just a whole evening of one-upsmanship. I love it.
It was so much fun, man.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Time we at? We got about half an hour left.
I got an underrated thing in performing a big show like that. Wearing sunglasses. It's the best feeling in the world.
Oh yeah, you've done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the best feeling.
I've
in the
never
world.
done that.
It's absolutely the best thing. I
Wish
I could do that more
If the
often.
lights are really like up on stage, like it would be almost a benefit because it gets so bright.
Oh yes.
and you would also have the side effect of just looking cool.
You are looking cool, for sure. You're also completely incognito to where your eyes are.
Yes.
Like nobody knows, doesn't really matter. You're just hanging out. You can kind of watch like people watch the whole time and nobody has any idea.
So you know what's funny about that is Anderson .Paak came in right out of the gates when they finished their first song. He outed himself for where he was looking. Because he was walking across the stage and he stopped. He like stutter stepped and he's like, "Whoa, there's some titties over here."
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Oh fuck.
Oh, it was good. It was so good.
And that's the best compliment. You know,
you're not wrong.
Like that made her year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Stop at a superstar in his tracks and making him walk back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamario and Mateo stopped and looked at me too. So
obviously,
I know how these women felt. Yeah, I know how they felt. Yeah.
Same exact thing.
You were the titties.
Yeah. My bass face. I've been practicing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, man, it was wild. They did Love Strain. Remember we watched that one?
Yep.
They did the live one. I think I showed you that one too, Dave. Didn't I show you when they covered Love Train?
You might have. Yeah.
But they all like they
showed
like,
me a lot of videos.
Probably. they're dancing off to the right when they start, and they're all snapping, and all the stage goes red, and it's just so sexy. But then, like, I'm not kidding, man. It's just like everyone's doing the same dance when you're watching. But then you look at Bruno, and it looks like he's been doing it his whole life. And everyone else, it just seems like they're trying to keep it together a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and there was different ones. Like, you know, like in the one I'm thinking, everyone was good. But, like, Andy just looked like he was a little awkward, which I think he is. And then they go back to the left, and it's like same thing. It's like Bruno looks like he's killing it. Andy looks a little awkward. And then they do like another one, and it's like Andy and Bruno are killing it, and then like Maurice is like a little awkward, you know, like or like, you know, Cam I think was doing a lot of the dancing, like maybe a little awkward, like. But it's just like it's probably tough, man. Like, and plus you got to sing with Bruno Mars on stage.
Well, and I mean, you got to remember this is a Vegas residency, right? So they're doing this every night,
Wednesday,
every other
Friday,
night?
and Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So 3 times.
And then
a
they
week.
could perform their own shows on the other night.
Sure, but you know what I mean. Like they're
Wednesday,
cranking
Friday,
that out.
Saturday. That's actually a pretty good gig. How long were they doing this? A few months?
A couple months, yep.
Oh man, I wish they would. I wish they would release how much they made.
The answer is too much.
No, it's not too much.
No, it is because you know what? Like Betty, I'm gonna out you on this one too. Betty's already got her tickets just to see Bruno Mars as a solo show in September, and their residency starts with Silk Sonic again in August.
Wow.
So when it's too much, I'm saying it's too much.
I'm just saying, people are going.
Yeah, I know.
It's not true. It's not too much.
Yep.
And whatever the hotel's making off of them, how does that work? Do hotels make any money off of stuff other than gambling?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
I
thought they ran everything as a
they
loss leader.
They refunded us $850.
Well, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's any like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but what he's saying is the
idea
is the idea is that you're there just to give your savings or your life savings.
So there's two sides of it, right? So the first side is if you get the rewards card and they start offering you free rooms, it's because they can see how much money you spend when you come.
Yeah, you're burning.
You have to put in your Costco card essentially and fucking tell them, right? And then they'll send you your analytics at the end of the year and say, hey, this is how much of a piece of shit you are.
You've wasted this much money on fucking gambling machines and all this shit we've done. So here you go. Come back and do it again.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And so it's like that's where they do it because like a buddy of mine, Rob, just quit doing that because he said that he's like, if I go to Vegas and don't gamble and pay the money, I'm way ahead.
Well,
and he's like, even for paying for the hotel room,
that's kind of the thing,
you know, because like to get the free rooms, you're doing like like 3,000 or whatever. Here, hold on this, guys. Bruno and Andy ask y'all if anything should be done differently. Guys, if Bruno and Andy ask y'all if there's anything that should be done differently. If someone were to ask me what they should have been done differently, the only thing I would have said, man, was like come closer up on that stage. Like the room was fine. That like because the thing is like I watched the like Bruno Mars live in Rio, and I don't think that Bruno has a problem filling a big stadium, and I've seen it. I just think it looks better on a tighter stage. But the problem you run into is you can't get enough people to come and see him when it's a small room.
Well, yeah,
because he's a superstar. So I think that the residency is what it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like I think he needs to do the residency or needs to do a few nights in a row. I get that because he's so big and like anything he touches, right? Silk Sonic, anything.
Sure, yeah.
And then matching Silk Sonic with the other having other superstars involved, just like that just tops it up. You know what I mean? But I just honestly think it's like AC/DC can't play in stadiums anymore. They have to do football stadiums. because indoor is too small. They have to go outdoor. Otherwise, you can't make enough money off the ticket sales that you won't sell, and people start rioting because you only sold so many tickets. So it's like it's becoming the same thing in my opinion. And like after seeing him, man, it backs it up for me because it's like he is so fucking talented. Like to the point of like performing all the time. He sounded like he was like weathered, worn in, like ready to go, no surprises. He's done this, but like I don't know how to describe this either. He had this like place where he would be singing and he would get to like the top of his threshold of like his voice. And I'm not kidding you when I would say like he would like pull the microphone down, kind of like give himself like a little reset, like a grounding, and then it's like all of a sudden he had like a whole nother octave to play with. And it was just like, who is this? Like, how do people perform like this? You know what I mean? It was a really long tangent, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, it's just a certain level of competence within your field. Like, I mean, it's hard for people to understand because most people, even when they're good within an area, it's so compared to where you can go if you're in those upper echelons of talent. And like he's definitely in there. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's just like,
well, there's something too about catching people in their prime, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
like, but you know what I mean?
When they're
like there's
good, though.
well, but this is the thing. Like every artist, no matter it doesn't matter who or when or whatever. But there's always that point where it's like you're really hot and you're rising up and like you just keep getting better at what you do, and that keeps going for a certain amount of time. I mean, eventually it stops, but like that's like the real magic is catching. You know, like you watch enough music documentaries, you eventually like you see this with everybody. Like there's that point where like when they're getting big, but maybe they're not at that like the top yet, but they're still rising, and so they still have something. They're a little hungry. You know, you haven't totally gotten to where you can just rest on your laurels and kind of let off the gas a little bit. That's like. Any artist that you can catch when they're doing that is like something else, and that it seems like maybe this is kind of what's going on with these guys because, like I said, I hear more about it, and I'm not even in this sphere of music generally speaking, right? So
this is the weird thing about it though, because like Bruno Mars has been huge
for like
a minute,
14 years.
You know what I mean? Like he's been here for a
He's putting out
long
music
time.
when I was in high school.
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah.
There's something different about this.
It is.
You know what I
dude.
mean?
And like and again, after seeing it live, it is, and it's still
like I think that's that musicianship part
because he's still excited. It seems like
that real like old school like these are like players.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
and I think maybe that's like the difference of it, right? Because there's been lots of pop artists that have come up over the years, especially the last few decades, where it's okay, that's great. They have their minute in the sun, they go away and they do whatever. They're still around. They're still gonna make money and sell out shows, all that. But nobody.
It's for a song. It's not for the whole thing.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, they're not exciting people, right? There's a different thing if you're exciting people and you're influencing people and you're still creating a buzz in a different way than I don't know how to explain that exactly. But it's like once a pop star is like sitting at the top, doing whatever and not challenging themselves, they kind of lose something, right? They might still be there
when you're doing that. You just got to play the hits over and over again, kind of thing.
Well, it's
You've
like
had your crest.
Well, right? Like, yeah.
There's got to be a certain level of like becoming jaded that probably happens inevitably.
Well, it becomes a job too, right?
Yeah.
Everything becomes a job.
Totally.
It's like I was telling Kev, like I took my brother to his first concert. It was 3 Days Grace, and it was after like their prime.
Yeah.
But like the minute they started, the crowd was just chanting "Riot," and it was like, yeah, we'll get to that. But it's like the crowd isn't there for the whole discography; it's just there for a song. And that becomes a problem too, right?
Right, and that's the thing, right? You get a lot of people that are jumping on. What I'm talking about is like, when there's that magical point when it's like, oh, this is building and building and building. Right?
There's no filler. Like we're excited about all the stuff we're doing. Like we're gonna put the love and care into it that it deserves, right?
Yeah.
Having time off during the pandemic, and then like I think it was during the pandemic that they got together and started actually like focusing on the Silk Sonic thing, and to TC, like what you're talking about there, I absolutely agree. And like what I think it's just smarter from like a marketing and from like a Bruno Mars perspective to do a residency, because it's like, why travel around and get the same experience, or offer the same experience when you can stay in one place, build a better and better show, and people will still come to you just the same, and people will be excited to come to you.
Well, yeah, and I mean
just the same.
financially, like, I mean you're making good money at it.
Yep.
It's
guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. You're not setting up and tearing down.
And
as
Bruno's
much.
got a good relationship with the hotel too, so
The
that's
thing that I
helps.
like about it is you can control how you're presented. Like you can make it so that you've got this like you're in the same environment every night. The sound guy's the same every night.
Yeah.
Everything's controlled the
Yeah.
same way. So when
Yeah.
you've put so much energy into this show, one of the things that sucks about taking a touring act out is everything's different every day.
Yeah, you
And-
chant so much.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
you found that out just the other week
Yeah.
with the sound stuff, with the power stuff,
Oh,
right?
anywhere you go, yeah. There's
So
always a problem.
if you're trying to present your product or whatever you've given you all of this time and attention to, that's a great way to control how it's presented to the world.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And not to mention, it's almost like a way of like wood shedding.
Yep.
While you're
Yep.
on the clock,
Yep.
if that makes it, you know what I mean. You're getting paid. People are watching. It's
Yep.
it's part of it. But
You're
at the same
constantly
time,
refining it.
but yeah, because everything is the same every
Yep.
night. You have the
like a
this
paid
worked,
rehearsal.
this didn't. You know what? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna tighten this up. We're gonna change that. Like whatever
If you care.
it is, right?
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
if you
if you
care,
care.
that's where you can use it. You can utilize it for that.
And then when you take that out on the road,
Yeah.
once you have really refined it, okay, these are the things that just don't work ever. Like most of the time, we always have problems with them. Okay, let's scrap that.
Yeah.
These are the things that work every night. Everybody's
Mhm.
into it. Everybody loves it. Keep that. Okay, great. And then when you take that out on the road, I mean, really, like, if you have the opportunity as a band or an artist to just like play and play and play over and over and over again, it's sort of like practice, but you're practicing in front of people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you turn that into a whole thing. Then when you take that out on the road, then you know it's like, okay, certain things are going to change, but
These
we
things
know
work.
these elements of the show, they worked every night for however
And then
long.
when you do take
so.
it out to stadiums and football stadiums and things
Yeah.
like that, then all of a sudden you know it's hitting.
Well, you know it's gonna. Yeah, you have to. Like I said, you have to account for other things. Oh, this room is gonna sound a little different.
Yeah.
This is a longer. It's gonna be further back. There's gonna be screens up for this, or there's not for that, or this is gonna be a smaller room. So, but yeah, you would be
Yeah.
able to refine, just polish that all of the rough edges off of the show itself and then the production by being able to run it the same way every night. You know, you're not worried about the tedious part of setting it up and tearing it all down,
Yep.
right? So you can concentrate more on the actual what's the show itself, like how do we make this a better show overall, and then take that out and move it around.
I will say, for me, that band, I know that the show is incredible and all that stuff. I would love to see that in a club. I would love to
Yeah.
see that in like a 200 to 300 person club.
Yeah.
Just where it's like the band takes up half the room. And
Well,
like,
then where the sound isn't much
Yeah.
as much of a thing. Like you're getting just the live.
Yeah.
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 You know what's interesting though is like even when you listen to like I'm gonna take the club thing literally. It's like if you put the records in a club, it's funny how some of them would really work, and some of them it's like it's a club song that you couldn't play in a club because it's like almost an R&B song still.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's just like it's like back to that thing that I was talking about where it's like the roots. So it's like if you have like a pop song today with like a syncopated drum beat is like the revolving beats like that came from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like so now they're emphasizing that, but they're also doing it in a way that it was originally heard. Like I'm thinking Perm, the record Perm, the recording of it, not the live one. Like the drums and everything, man, it sounds like it's a three mic setup.
Yeah.
And it's like this is like a club song, but it's done with like vintage sounding instruments. And it's like there's something about that just like works.
Yeah.
And then to like spice
Well,
it
you
all
got to
up.
think like back in the day, like
Just before
back
PA
in the
systems.
day, like club stuff.
Yeah, I guess
would,
that's what it would
that's
have
what
been.
it
Yeah.
would have been,
Yeah.
right? That's what you like. You know,
Well,
you
like,
would have
think
called
about
that
when-
club music because that's all you would have been. The
When was the
production
first
wouldn't
PA
have been
system?
there.
Like pre-Beatles, right?
Like
Like the Beatles had shitty PA
Yeah,
systems. so they
the
couldn't be-
Beatles had like
That's why they stopped performing, right?
They used to have
well, they used live. They were using
Amps.
their amps
Yeah.
to throw out to the crowd.
well, and there was a
Like,
time
yeah.
where like public address was just a microphone into speakers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was like you
Bill Trainer, right?
Mm.
From our long
Oh,
So you
yeah.
just play really loud fucking guitar amps and really loud drums, and you would have mics for that just ran into a PA just for your vocal because
Yep.
it was just a talking PA that
Yep.
was juiced up for.
Well, Fender Bassman.
Yeah.
That was it had a microphone input.
It had a microphone input. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was I'm trying to think of another one, but it might have been that one I'm thinking because that was a funny color, wasn't
56, yeah, it was tan.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
tan,
there was
yeah,
a couple amps that were like that.
And then
like
keyboards
back
started
in the
doing
day.
that too.
Keyboard amps have that quite a bit.
They have it now even, but no, back in the day, like PA systems weren't such a thing. Like the way you would do a show and the just the considerations that would go into it are so different than what we look at now, because so much of it came just from stage volume of the instruments and the amplifiers, or
and to that point, to top back up on the resonancy thing, it's like if you're playing, like, I don't know what Mateo's situation was, but like if he played with an amp for a long time, but now he's playing with like a Kemper and in-ears, it's like that takes time to adjust too.
Yeah, it's a different feel.
Yeah. But it's cool because again, you can control it, right?
Yeah.
I dug it, man. I was just like, I got nothing but good to say.
Yeah, dude.
No,
That's
man.
like
I can tell how excited you are by it. That's awesome.
It was a bucket list experience, dude. It
Oh,
was
my God,
fantastic.
yeah.
The whole thing, top to bottom.
Yeah, and like, was it perform at a smaller venue? Yeah, because like the thing is the intimacy and like taking the phones away and making you watch, like, and they even said that like the music we're playing, they didn't have cell phones back then.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with a cell phone tonight?
Yeah, that's
You know
fair.
what I mean? It was like-
That's fair.
I was like, what? Like, what do you need Twitter for? You're at a concert.
Yeah.
You're at a retro concert, right?
Yeah.
It was wild, man. They had
Experience
this. They had this star, and it was just like the classic, like retro star, and it would like float up in the air, and it had this like sparkler shooting off of it. Like I swear, like I'll say All Star because that's like the local big production company. I swear they just went into like whatever their first building they bought and was just like, "What do you got in here? What do you got left that we've never used in 35 years?
What do you got in here?
What's got the most dust?
Yeah, but man, it was wild. It was wild. I'm trying to think of like other highlights. Andy playing drums was freaky. Just freaky. Bruno playing drums was good. Bruno came out and played a guitar solo. It was really good. It was the first time I heard the guitar the whole night.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Bootsy influence. Yep.
Oh yeah, extremely bootsy.
Very bootsy. Yeah. That was one thing I noticed is they didn't have very many of his like the voice tracks. They just had a couple of them. Yeah. Even like in After Last Night, like there's like the whole intro was like Bootsy talking and the girl talking. It's like they barely had any of it.
Well, that's where I kind of leaned to what you were saying earlier. Like
no tracks.
They were doing tracks.
Yep. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Bootsy like introed them. He was like he came up on the screen. He looks all gangster and everything, and he's like welcome to the night, whatever. Silk Sonic, and then he fades away. Yeah. And then it was either before or after Blast Off. He came out again too, like on the screen. But like when Bruno was like, "Give it up for Bootsy Collins," I was like, "Oh shit, he's coming out!" It's like the third last show. I was like, "Really?"
Oh wow.
No, they ain't dragging Bootsy out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got shit to do.
He's got Bootsy stuff going on.
He's got sexy Bootsy stuff going.
Actually, I was looking at Bootsy's boots the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up like 6 inches above his knee. Above his knee.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, so he
They
sits
flare
down
up,
and they
so
stand up.
Yeah,
still.
they do this thing where the knees come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Am I missing anything? Concert was crazy.
Concert was crazy.
Encore was crazy.
I'm guessing you couldn't fall asleep afterwards, or you crashed hard.
I crashed really hard. We all went to bed after. We had plans like we were gonna stay until 2.
Yeah, good luck
We were
with that.
gonna gamble
It's
all
too much
night.
adrenaline,
We were
man.
gonna sing all night, and then we like got out of the concert and it was like, so tomorrow, brunch. See you later.
Yeah.
I bought we stood in line for the shirts, and then turned out the shirts were $75 American.
Oh my goodness.
And as to my point earlier, I
that's a
do
lot
not
for
have
a
that much
t-shirt.
money, especially in American money. Do not have any money.
That's like $100
It's like $108 in Canadian.
Canadian money.
And I just couldn't do
For a
it.
t-shirt, that's a lot.
So then we're outside. We're sitting outside in the smoking area with Betty, and someone walks by and they're like, "Hey, you want some Silk Sonic t-shirts?" And Betty's like, "Yeah, I want one." She's like, "Oh shit, I didn't bring my cash." I was like, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry about it. What you want? $20?" Yeah. So I give Betty the $20. She gives the guy the $20. She takes the shirt. She gives me the shirt and says, "Here you go." This bootleg as fuck. I love it.
Yeah.
It says "and night" with Silk Sonic instead of "and night."
Nice.
And then or "and night" or whatever. And then it says Anderson.pack instead of Anderson.pack. That makes sense. The dot's in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple things, but
yeah.
nonetheless, it's
They got it close, eh?
Yeah,
They're pretty close.
Yours is 50. Yeah, there was $75, bro. It was wild. I was blown away. Like I just couldn't believe it. And like I felt really bad because I wanted to pick up a few shirts. I wanted to grab a few. I had some Patreon friends I was gonna pick some up for because they couldn't make it, and it was just like, man, for $75, I'm sorry. I was like, that's a whole day for me in Vegas. That's a whole day of Target spending lunch.
So many Target salads.
Target salads.
Yep. They had other shirts too, I think, and they had a few other things, but they were just. Actually, so I'm just gonna tell all Betty's stories too. But when she went to the 24 karat tour, she went up to the merch booth and she was like, "Oh, I want one of the hats." She pulls out a 20, and the guy goes, "Ma'am, these are $60 hats." And she goes, puts the 20 back in her wallet, walks away, and then she looks at the crowd, and there's like this 12-year-old kid wearing a $60 hat. So she took a picture. I don't know if he was 12. I shouldn't say that. He was probably 18 or 21 or whatever the age is. And took a picture of the hat. It was like
ages.
And it was like
this 12-year-old kid smoking and drinking on the strip.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. It's Vegas. It's Vegas. What's this? I wish I could have slid you. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, man, is like I know everyone wanted me to have a great time, and the thing is, I had the best time I could have had, and there was I wouldn't have changed a single thing, like money or not. That's not what it was about. Like I got to enjoy my girlfriend's first vacation. I got to go on vacation with my roommate, my girlfriend. I got to meet now one of my best friends. We text all the time. Like it's just it was such a
absolutely.
What's that word? Monumental.
Yeah.
It's very monumental. Yeah.
Life changing.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been this is I don't know how the relation is, but it's been a minute since I've been consistently proud of myself. And that started to happen after that trip.
That's
I noticed. Yeah.
That's
Good, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was neat.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all being here to get through this with me.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know how I would have done this whole thing for the last hour and 45 minutes if I was by myself.
It would have been tougher.
Do y'all got and I'll also out betting on this one. She won more than she spent on the trip.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Danielle and I included.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yep. She left with money in her pocket.
That's what I like to hear.
Yep.
That's the universe. working
That
out,
is
man.
a miracle.
That is a gift from God.
That's
Yep.
something.
That is-
Yeah.
I can't remember what the total number was, but it was just it didn't end. And then she gets home. She's like, "Yeah, I'm in the airport." Puts in $20. It's $400 more. I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
As it should be.
Yeah, right.
As it damn well should be.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna ask that when you said she was winning money. I was like, man, I wonder if she won more than she spent.
Yep.
Damn right.
She'll have to correct
Nice.
me, but I'm pretty sure it was $100 or $200 more than it cost her to come
That's
down.
amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because
Finally
she was
things
updating
work
me.
out.
She's like, "Yeah, my flights are paid for." She's like, "Oh, my hotel room's paid for." She's like, "Oh, your hotel room's paid for." It was so much fun. Actually, you know what was a weird feeling? I got a comment on my YouTube video after. Someone said, "Hey, I saw you."
No way.
And I was like, "People watch this?"
I saw you.
Two people
almost
actually.
creepy.
Two people said they were there that night, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I saw you," but in the crowd and everything. And I was just like, "Fuck, I would have waited all night if I'd
That's
have
too
known."
wild.
I know,
That's
right?
So wild.
Isn't
man.
that the strangest
so
thing?
Wild.
I feel like the world's bigger than that, but apparently it's small.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What is going on here? Share yourself living your life. Oh, yeah. TC's hanging out. Yeah.
All the love.
Yeah. We gotta start bringing you in on these calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I had a guest on. We did a Patreon night only, and I brought
Nice.
a couple guests on. Yeah.
Nice.
Just like Patreon. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool group, man.
Yeah.
Patreon's been going wild lately. Okay, we got treasures once in a lifetime. Yeah, seriously. Treasure. I thought you said treasure because they played the song Treasure, and it was one of my
I mean, they both work.
both work. It's like a double entendre. I say we watch. Do you guys want to watch a Silk Sonic video before I gotta go home?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to watch? We should do the Flies Me one because I think Dave will appreciate that one.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes. I love that. Okay.
Settle number. No.
Yeah, Jesus.
What did I say? Fly as me.
There we go.
Hey, pass me a little more of that buffalo juice you got there.
Yeah. You coming over after? We're having a cigar after.
This-
celebrate.
this is-
I'm gonna show the
Cigar.
people. Silk Sonic nonstop. Yeah. Okay. Let me show off. Hold on. You guys visit with people.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing tonight?
I think I'm doing great.
I'm feeling pretty good
Good.
after a
glad.
little of this buffalo juice.
Man, Buffalo Trace is such a
Yeah.
good.
For $33,
Yeah,
man.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Yeah. No,
For
this
the
is
money.
good whiskey. I haven't drank
Yeah.
whiskey. Well, I guess honey, I don't call that whiskey.
That's
really.
since last time at my house.
Yeah. That
Have you tried the
Jack.
Honey Jack? Or no,
Yeah,
no.
I've tried it.
No, it wasn't Honey Jack. It was Apple Jack.
Oh, Applejack.
Yeah,
Whatever
I'm
it
not
was.
a fan of
Either
Jack.
way,
Sweet.
that's not real
Yeah.
whiskey. That's
So-
Don't add things to
We
whiskey.
picked this up, friends. This is going to be my Bruno box. Y'all hear me? So specifically only to the Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars. We're gonna smoke these in different events, and that's gonna be my only smoking vice moving forward.
Was it really?
Yeah, because these things were pretty fancy, bro, and I didn't want to share them with anyone else but y'all. And I got them at the airport in Las Vegas, and so we're gonna do them. I don't know. We'll pick numbers. We're gonna do it tonight because we got to celebrate the Silk Sonic thing. Probably at I'm thinking 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, so on and so forth. We'll have one. How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay, you coming over after?
We're going over.
You coming over for a little bit after?
Well, I gotta get my dog.
You gotta come get your dog anyway. Okay.
I have to.
Anyway, I wanted to share that with y'all. I was excited about that.
Yeah, as you should be.
Okay, so Fly As Me. Let's do the... Oh, no, it's 777. That's what I'm trying to think here.
I'm down for both.
This one, I think, is a better live, in my opinion.
Okay.
So this was like the second song of the night, Dave.
Okay.
Let me pull this up. Oh, whoa. That really shrinks us, eh?
There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, hang on.
We're just going to watch it, so
Yeah,
I'll just we'll just do this. We're just watching this and hanging out.
All the inflation. It's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak in Silk Sonic.
So this is the same rendition they did at the concert I saw.
Blow the dice for me!
Hear that the drum fill though? I didn't
Yeah.
catch it the first time, but it was like seeing it live again. It's like the drum fill comes in so early, and I'm just not used to that.
Play
It's
it
just
again?
okay.
Did you hear how clean Bruno's guitar is?
Oh yeah,
Listen to it in your left headphone.
yeah.
It's just.
So you know what's cool about this being as close as I was is I learned how to play the song
Really?
watching it. Yeah, because G B C B C G B C B C D G. Anyway,
Now we're making money.
Sonic.
drums.
Yeah.
Blow the dice for me! Put your pretty ass lips together, blow it real nice for me. Real nice for me. Hey, I'm trying to hit it in and start to the ship.
Look at his smile. Look at his smile.
Ooh, I love that shot.
They're not gonna believe it, but check the recording. Ooh, just touchdown. Up a few things. Big booty hoes in me in the pink house.
I want a tattoo of that.
Big booty hose?
Nope, it says just touchdown, up a few thou, big booty hoes meet me in the penthouse. And then he goes into bars for the liquor, cash for the strippers. We gonna get weird tonight, so no pictures.
Well, I know this guy that could probably do that for you if you
Yeah.
want to get a tattoo.
You
How
know
about
a
we
guy?
just put on 777?
That's-
And that covers all the lyrics.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. We actually, when we were sitting in the casino, every time there was a 7, we'd be like 7, 7, and it was like it was only 1.
Oh,
But-
we could do a little micro portrait of Andy smiling.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we could because you do micro portraits.
Yeah.
I would totally do that with a wig.
Yeah.
Okay,
We get him to reshare
You
it.
hear that? You hear that? YouTube.
Oh.
We are gonna fundraise for me to get a Andy micro portrait with the wig and with a smile.
Oh yeah, wig, smile, glasses.
yeah,
for sure.
And y'all gotta tip Kevin. That's gonna be the deal. How about that?
I'm for it.
I'm volunteering you. You're gonna do the tattoo for free, and we're gonna tip you a bunch.
Yeah,
How about
that sounds fair. That sounds like an Instagram famous.
Okay, how do I make this bigger? This isn't big enough.
All for the nigga, hands for the strippers. It's gonna get weird tonight, so no bitches. Pretty young stunner with some money to blow. I'm about to buy Las Vegas at the disc roll. I'm about to buy Las Vegas at the disc roll. Come on, shut it. Let's go.
Man, just like that shot felt like a lifetime when I heard it, man. It was just like blepum. Oh, it's like, they didn't stretch it, but it just felt like it. You know what I mean? And then the fucking the things go off, the pyro and everything, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't. And that's exactly what without the vest, that's what Jamario looked like with the hat and the fucking. Oh my god.
Roll. Come on, shut it. Let's go.
The floor tom too. I never noticed that before.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
drum mics
yeah,
though.
yeah.
See the drum mic. So
Yeah.
this is a 604.
Yeah.
But at the concert it wasn't a 604, but it was this.
Yeah.
I think it was an Onyx
that's-
microphone.
Well, that
And that's the 81.
That's the 81.
That's the 81, yeah. And then
there's that thing that's on his hats? I think it's on his hats.
That? Yeah, it is. It comes off the cymbal stand and then it points in.
That's what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
It looks like a really thin SM7B.
Is that just a mount that's weird?
It could be a mount. Oh, yeah, because the microphone's over here. Oh, yeah, this is one of them little telescopic things, those little angly booms. And then there's just another 81 on here.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at this,
the
Kev,
mic's
right
pointing
there,
down.
see?
Yeah, it's an optical illusion.
Yeah. You got it. Let's back this up.
Oh, okay.
It's an 81.
I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, totally. Look at the head of that, and then look at the head right there.
Well, and
They're
look
the exact
at
same.
the mount down underneath.
What the hell
it,
kind of mount is that?
I
that's
can't
a
remember what they're
weird
called,
mount.
but I've seen them before, man. I'll find you one. I think I have one.
Okay.
The thing is, we've only ever seen the Shure mounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, those because
Yeah,
those are the
I
nice
get what
ones
you're
around
saying,
here.
yeah.
But those ones they pan out or they boom out, and then it's like this extension plastic piece.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then the
yeah.
81's
Like
on the
a
end.
nightstick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you got it. Now you're making money. Now you're making money. One more. That shot too. They had fireworks again. It was like bow, and I was like, oh my god, again. I'm getting fucking hot and sweaty here. Come on, boy.
1, 2, 3, spin away, come on. Blackjack, back around, dealer, where you at, deal for me. Give it a tip, give the money go on. I can see the champagne falling. Look, I got bills to pay, the bills get wet. Vegas, we ballin'. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Move out to the money like a Mike Jack. That's all pretty. People's dilated, but the man in the mirror say, don't get your people.
Check that. He's like Anderson .Paak's barn in here too.
Oh, yeah.
Man in the Mirror and the Michael Jackson and the moonwalk thing. Like, come on, man. That's a scheme. That's enough for a scheme.
What?
Did you not check all that? Like he's
Oh, rhyme scheme.
Yeah, no. It's like a theme scheme.
Oh, theme scheme.
Because he said
schemes.
moonwalk to the money like
Yeah.
a Mike Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said bar for the no, that's the first verse. Let me get this.
Man on the mirror. He says,
Vegas,
go
we
get your paper.
ballin'. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks.
Moonwalk.
Move out to the money like a Mike Jack.
Mike Jack.
That's all pretty. People's dilated, but the man in the mirror say, don't
Right?
get your people.
It's all MJ themed, right?
Yeah.
With fucking bars, man. He's got bars.
Young brother with some money to blow. I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this road. I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this road. Come on, seven. Let's go. After this
You
road.
can see the
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense now.
Yeah.
That's actually a clever mount.
There's another one there
That's
too.
just like
Yeah.
an L, like an L or a like yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Just
It's like
almost
a
like something wrapped on.
you know what they're called? They're called Z bars.
a Z bar. Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm
I got
talking about?
you. Y'all
L
think,
bar, Z bar. Yeah.
y'all think
you
you
know what
can
we're talking.
best me? Come on. Come on. Dave asked me how much I talk out of my ass on my channel. I said
And
none.
How much? Oh, okay.
I said no bullshit. Only a little bit of filler. Just kidding.
Let's go. What's your name? It's the big one. Come on, we gotta trust you.
Hear Mateo going nuts there?
Oh, yeah.
Can you feel it? I can feel it.
Oh yeah, they did this live too. Dave, you ready?
Trust you good now. Wait a minute now.
Look at the smile. Look at his smile and his wig. Oh my god.
Smile.
Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. And like all this, man. They did it. It was exactly this rendition when I saw them.
Wait a minute now.
Look at him. Look at him.
We're gonna tell you one time and one time only, Vegas. Get up now! Get up now! Get up now! Get up now! Las Vegas, we have!
See how the kick drum mic is though? It's only 3/4 in there. See right there? It's like just on the inside. So like typically there's like a line on the microphone, like on the Beta 52 or the AKG, whatever they're using, and like that line goes in right in. It's like plumb with the res head, so you get this nice like low end kind of like nice rumbly. It's not thuddy. It's like a little bit of everything. But back in the day, they're like, we need a little bit more of the front of the drums. So they moved it in a little bit instead of putting a whole fucking microphone in there. You know what I mean?
There's 2 in there though, isn't there?
Yeah,
2 cable runs.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
cable running in there.
Yeah, the cable running in there though could also be to mount to the mic that goes up top. But no, I don't think there's one in this setup though. I think there's a plate in there. Yeah. So they'd have one microphone that's like dedicated EQ would be for like the low end and the resonancy, and then the other one would be dedicated for like the high end and the top and the clarity of the kick drum. Typically how that works. Typically.
Get up now! Las Vegas we have! Las Vegas we have! Give it a dice, we have! Silk Sonic we have! Pretty young.
You hear that was all like buzz rolls in between too on the snare. Like Andy's just different, man. But like the cool thing was live, the drums were like second priority to the vocals.
Yeah.
So it was just like you could hear all of it, right? Especially when he was playing drums, because they would just wheel the kit out, he would play, and then they would wheel it out, and Eric would go back to playing. But it was
like a feature instrument in this whole record.
This whole thing, yeah. Because that's half of like what he's known for, right? Or like half of like what his part of the duo is known for, right?
Silk Sonic we have! Pretty young brother with some money to blow. I'm about to buy Las
Guitar,
Vegas
come on.
after this
Ready?
road. I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this road. Come on, say, let's go!
Okay, listen to the ride though. He's doing the thing that I was telling you about. Listen to the ride. Like it's way more than just like swing beat. And it's I'm sorry it's buried, but listen to this ride here. Oh my god, listen to this ride.
I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this road. Come on, say, let's go! Let's go!
You hear that shit though? Like it's just different.
He's a very clean drummer.
Yeah, and it's just like he's using the bell like a washy cymbal. Like if I'm playing a ride and I'm making it washy, he's like doing the same thing but just on the bell so it doesn't wash. Like I don't know what it is, man, but it's just like there's something different about it. That wasn't the best example of it, but like live, man, it was freaky, I tell you.
Yeah, he's a good ass drummer.
Oh yeah.
He is a good ass drummer, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, so it is past my bedtime, and I've got prior commitments for 9 o'clock. So I just want to say thanks to everyone for hanging out, and thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Absolutely.
I appreciated sharing this with y'all.
Yeah,
And everyone that hung out here all night. What else? We're gonna do Patreon. Keep an eye out. I've been talking to Betty too. We're gonna go through the whole. There's like a bunch of live stuff too. So we're gonna go through like all the live stuff. We're gonna go through the set list like piece by piece. And we're gonna do a little bit more in depth on that side. So if y'all want to come for that too, we gotta finish this Buffalo Trace. We'll do that another day. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all all have a great night. Make sure you check these guys out on Instagram. Dave has an Instagram now, but he hasn't posted on it.
Yeah, almost.
Oath of Angels band you can check out, and Kevo Tattoos. Kevo Tattooer.
There you go.
Right? Yeah, there you go. I got it. And keep an eye out for this. As long as we only listen to like 2 songs, so if it gets blocked, I'll just cut those parts out. But I'll put up on. Everybody have a great night, Betty. Thank you. Honestly, let's give a round of applause for Betty, because without her, none of this would have happened. Like tonight, the whole concert, the Vegas thing, the whole thing, none of that.
Betty is the bomb.
Yeah. TC, we're going to hang out and smoke weed very soon, I promise. Don't you worry. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you so much.